All right, test, test. Hey, I am back, but they're not back, so that is good. I can say whatever I want with the stream. God damn it. Let's try
I heard
this.
Delta Airline kills small children.
Okay, that went definitely on stream and
we
sadly
heard
went live. Oh god. Oh man. So that is how we're gonna go live today.
Sal
We'll-
went
Tonight's
full-
Curse of Strahd game is
Not
sponsored
sponsored
by
by
Delta
Delta.
Airlines.
Delta Airlines.
It's not.
You wanna
Delta, if you're
fly.
watching, I mean, you know what you did.
Sal went full like Reese Bobby. Like, Applebee's got rats.
Yeah.
Hold
Full
up.
rats and Bob salad.
I'm not remembering
Today's
this
Curse
wrong.
of Strahd is just us cursing. It's not Curse of Strahd.
Yeah, true.
Cursing at Strahd.
Cursing at Strahd.
Oh, nope, that's
Yeah.
just Chris's face very close to the bottom of that screen. Yep. I'm trying to get you on there, bud. I'm trying to get you on there. Hey, that beard is coming in nice. You're looking fetch. Right? Chris had shaved. I'm not going crazy, right? Mean Girls, come on. Mean Girls. Everybody knows Mean Girls. If this German knows Mean Girls, I know you guys will know Mean Girls. I'm going to turn myself down because I think I'm blowing out everything.
Lindsay Lohan in her prime? Yeah, I know
Yeah.
Mean Girls.
Yeah. Okay, can we just talk about it really quick? How the hell did
Lindsay Lohan?
Britney Spears get a conservatorship or whatever the hell she's got going on with her dad, but Lindsay fucking Lohan didn't? What?
'Cause
What?
Britney's
Well,
dad
Lindsay
is
Lohan
a
also
literal
did
psychopath.
She didn't shave her
Lindsay
head.
also-
She didn't shave her head.
Jab a golf umbrella through a car door.
Okay,
Yeah.
but
Leave Britney alone, crying under a blanket.
yes, leave Brittany alone.
Brittany got
I would
hosed.
shave my hair if somebody was constantly touching it and telling me what to do with it. I'd shave it all up.
Yeah.
I love how everyone's talking about like Lindsay Lohan and Britney Spears. Y'all seem to forgot how off the rails Amanda Bynes went.
Oh no,
And that-
Amanda Bynes went crazy town.
Who's
That
Amanda Bynes?
girl
crazy town.
went like next
Amanda Bynes
level,
was like
hold my
America's
beer.
sweetheart that for about a 3-year period from the time she was, well, no, probably about a 5-year period. She had a bunch of TV shows. And then from the time she was probably like 16 to like 19, she started being in all these movies. And then she went crazy. She started getting tattoos on her face and doing all kinds of crazy stuff. And
I see y'all her and raise you Macaulay Culkin
yeah, well,
and
yeah.
Tara Reid.
Here's
Yeah,
all the
Macaulay
common
Culkin is just
denominators.
like he's
Drugs are a hell of a
absurd.
thing.
Like he's
Drugs
absurdist
are a hell
and
of
like
a thing.
an actual person, right? So like Macaulay Culkin, I'll give him a pass, even though he looks like he does cocaine for breakfast. Like he does a lot of that stuff just to be weird on purpose, right?
Myth
And
for
he actually does some cool shit. Like you guys should check
A
him out
lot of
sometime.
them did cocaine for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Well,
and
I
that's
You mentioned
That's
Tara Reid. You mentioned
why
Tara
the way they got the
getting
way
their
they
nose
are.
split.
Tara
Yeah.
Reid's not a fair example because I think that's just like the poster child for what drugs does to people. That wasn't her going
So was
crazy. I think
Lindsay Lohan. Look at Lindsay Lohan when she's like 20, and then look at her at 30, and you're like, in 10 years, now she looks like a 65-year-old woman that needs an inhaler. Why? Because drugs are bad, kids.
I know y'all came here for
Macaulay-
D&D, but tonight we're gonna do just chatting. No, just
Entertainment
kidding.
Tonight, right now.
Remember the DARE program?
Yeah, no shit. Like, I feel like her and Gene Simmons are like should be the two poster child for like don't do fucking drugs.
Ozzy Osbourne.
Ozzy's another one. Yep.
Fucking Ozzy.
We'll put Ozzy
How
up
he
there
can
too.
sing,
Spider,
great,
you look
but
like
can't get
Macaulay
out of
Culkin if
sentence?
he actually turned out okay. If he hadn't tried drugs once in his life, maybe. Like you actually have still, like we don't see enunciated skull fractures underneath all that saggy skin.
He can't even grow a beard. It looks like it has the mange.
That is what my beard would look like. That's why I don't grow it out. I look like friggin' what's his name? Leonardo DiCaprio in The Revenant. I think I've said that before. I'm not gonna say it again. It's terrible, and I'm jealous. Maybe I should just go full
I was
Jeremy.
gonna say that, you know, all that shit talking you give Drake about, you know, he's kind of handsome, kind of not.
He
You
is
just
handsome.
compared yourself
It's funny
to-
because he called himself not too
but
handsome.
Leonardo
you did
DiCaprio.
just say I'm like a Leonardo DiCaprio, you know.
No, just the
Well,
beard. It's
He also
atrocious.
picked like
Okay,
maybe
here,
the
no,
worst.
yeah, somebody
Leo
find a picture,
movie.
put it in chat, because Leonardo DiCaprio in the
Give him
Revenants,
Bill
the beard itself is terrible. It's atrocious. Look it up. It's terrible. That's what my beard looks like. That's all I was saying. No, look at Drake. He's a handsome devil. Alrighty, with that uncomfortable silence between all of us, we're going to be delving back in after some quick announcements. The normal ones, if you guys want to have a game like this, just head on over to that form, fill it out. We'll get you matched with a group. There's one actually filling on Thursdays right now that has all to do with Theros. So if you're into Magic the Gathering Theros, a Greek-themed setting, have fun with that one. Additionally, if you just want to hang out with the Discord community and hear one of our community members do a lot of shit posting, I'm not going to name any names, definitely head on over to Discord and compete to be on the leaderboards of the shit post.
Are you doing 2 Theros games?
Well, one is
Doing
Odyssey
another
of the Dragonlords, and the other one is Theros.
They're
And
both
it's
Theros.
not
Oh,
going to be
sorry.
me running it this time. This is actually going to be DM Drew. I'm excited for him. He's been dying to run another MTG one, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Mostly filled, so I mean, I hate doing the whole like, oh, you want to go in before it fills up, but in case it does fill up, it might not fill up very quickly, but in case it does fill up quickly, just make sure that you guys put it out there. Shit posters there. Palmer, you know what we're talking about. So with that, the other announcement, we are not going to give away what the plans are, but we have started planning for post Curse of Strahd. It might seem like super far in advance to do that, but specifically, we're going to be looking at a little bit more homebrew and a little bit more of a different world that we haven't seen much, whether it be on Twitch or, you know, big names on the YouTubes. But I am getting really psyched for it. I don't want to give it away yet. The details are still being hashed out, but I'm super excited where we're going to go after all of this wraps up. Also, yeah, all of this is possible because of you guys, so thank you. That's the last thing I'm going to say about that. And you guys have anything else to say other than Clancy's shirt is fucking amazing. I love that thing. That Displacer Beast is amazing.
I felt inspired, David. I was sitting there talking to my wife the other night about,
Me?
you know, what to do in the next campaign, and I decided that, you know, I've told you in my previous character creations that I always go with an inspiration. So I've come up with this really unique character.
Don't give away what the setting is. Don't give away the setting.
No, I know. I've come up with this really unique character where he's going to be an Eastern European attorney, and it is going to be awesome for you guys to see how I play this character.
Yeah?
And
What inspired you? Was it actually me? Did you talk to your wife about more?
I really think that you're gonna really like my interpretation of this guy, and I'm even gonna grow my hair out a little bit to rock this out and just really get into character.
So he's gonna be a Pack of the Fiend Warlock, is what I'm hearing.
Oh, wire. 100%. With a lower bar with cutting words on top of that. No, I mean, if you want to get ridiculous and do a control thing, you need to be a halfling with a splash of wild mage, with a splash of warlock, with I think the rest of it is lore bard, because then you can really tell your DM how to run the game. It's fantastic. Everybody has fun with it. Trust me.
Everybody has fun with it. No sarcasm.
No. What? Sarcasm? And me?
That's not a warning.
Never heard that before. Shit. At this point,
every time you say it wouldn't be possible without people like you, I think of PBS. Like, we couldn't do this without viewers like you.
I mean, fine. Call me out like that. I like PBS and NPR. All right. I'm a 60-year-old man, deep down inside.
He likes NPR. They whisper to him and talk to him real quick.
Oh, he's NPR. Okay, wait, don't tell me and Car Talk are fucking hilarious. You gotta listen to those sometime. They're fucking great. Some of the other stuff might be boring, but I like this. All right, now that I've outed myself as a 60-year-old man, let's get back into it, shall we? Yeah? No? Maybe? Head nods? Head nods. All right, awesome. Where were we? Oh yeah, killing people. Ovens. Oh god, this is getting dark places, Ezar. This is getting real dark.
We got to the mouth of the temple, which we were greeted by a...
Ooh, do you want to do the recap?
Oh, no, not particularly. I mean, I can. Okay, fine. There was the redheaded chick that had bewitched Ganon, was riding a dragon lich.
I mean, you kind of skipped over some stuff that I know from your guys' arrow perspective. Here, I'll do it. Before Chris loses, what is he doing? Is he going to pierce his upper lip? What?
No, he has an oral fascination.
Fixation.
He loves fixation. Well, it's a fascination too.
I love Drakeism so much. They're so great.
He likes to have dicks in his mouth or whatever he can get close to his mouth.
By
Do
God. Do you like fish sticks in your mouth?
Chris, are you sure you want to roast me
that.
during the next campaign, or do you want to roast Drake? Just consider. You could make a.
You think that after all these years, at 15 years, you'd get used to it? You don't. You just realize that you're a better friend than most people, and you don't spend an absorbent amount of time insulting your friends. But yeah.
This is priceless. Okay, so previously on Sept Imperium plays Curse of Strahd, you guys had traveled up Mount Gakis. On the way up Mount Gakis, you realized shit is cold, and quickly the weather was starting to get to you guys, but not before you actually camped at the foothills of the mountain. At the foothills, apparently, as you guys were setting up camp and chatting with one another, you were being spied upon by some barbarian-like individuals, mountain people that lived in the foothills and higher up in Mount Gakis. They were considering murdering you guys, attacking you guys, which was observed by yet another party listening behind all of this, because nobody ever expects the Percy. As we had this handsome, jovial bard walking up a path upwards to Mount Gakis, he actually observed those three individuals, those mountain people that were spying upon you guys, and heard them talk. Get out of here, Hoyt. We're not doing free placement. Jason, get out of here. And before I completely turn off the feed for Hoyt, you guys ended up having Percy actually approach you guys. And he told you guys about the three individuals that had watched you. And overall, he seemed like a relatively decent guy because, you know, you never had any bad experience with an Azamar before. As you took him on and took a long rest, you traveled up the mountain itself. Some of you did really well with the Constitution saving throws in this extreme cold weather. Some of you did not do so well with those. And once you guys started getting closer and closer to the top, to an entryway into the Amber Temple that Knack had seen in a vision, but additionally had also seen what it did to a certain Sir Strahd once upon a time, you guys also saw that outside of it, as Drake had described, there was an apparently blood red-haired woman sitting upon the back of a blue-skinned Dracolich. As the undead owl of Nax flew about to try to do its little drone reconnaissance, it got eagled right out of the sky, and by that I mean it got blasted with a firebolt. And if you haven't heard about attack eagles being trained to get drones out of the sky in your neighborhood, it's fantastic. However, as you guys then rounded the corner, you saw a really cool moment for a second as Percy spread out his wings to approach, looking majestic while he did so. The rest of you guys started kind of spreading out a little bit as you saw that behind this Dracolich were half a dozen or so of these mountain people once more, clutching their great axes, with one actually standing beside a direwolf. The woman with the red hair identified herself as Olivia, and that she had been sent to stop you guys, but that she had other things to do, so it appeared that her lackeys, these people of the mountain, were going to stop you guys. She flew off, saying toodaloo, seemed very much somewhere on the hot crazy scale. If you haven't seen How I Met Your Mother, yeah, watch it. And as you guys approached the temple, you got into a little, let's call it a kerfuffle between you and the mountain people. The fight got a little dire for some of you guys, but blowing through all of your resources, you absolutely were able to Nova them pretty well. But you guys are not even inside the Ember Temple yet. And inside beckons more to discover. Is where we're going to pick it up today. Anything that you guys want to add before we dive back in?
You left out the verbal assault that Percy received when he met the
Oh.
Yeah,
You
they
just
were
wanted to
all
make sure
like...
you weren't going to kill us in our sleep.
If we still had Finn's violin, I'd play it for you.
Oh. Ooh. This is gonna turn into a PvP real quick.
Yeah.
I was just thinking.
It's a good thing Percy didn't blow through all of his spell slots. Oh.
I think just about everybody did.
All right.
I'm good. Plenty.
I think at this point it is time that we go back in. Let me make sure that everything is set up correctly on there as well, as it is actually surprisingly dark out. You once again find yourselves just outside the temple. Massive towering, and I'll give the description again of the facade just so that the stream kind of appreciates that one more time. The snow-swept gravel road climbs the mountainside as it travels north from Tolenka Pass toward the temple. As you approach it, you see that the road has faded away under a covering of snow and now blood and the desiccated bodies of the people that you've vanquished. You come to the facade of this temple that is before you, carved into the sheer mountainside ahead. The front of the structure is 50 feet high and has 6 alcoves containing 20 feet tall statues. Each statue is carved from a singular block of amber and depicts a faceless, hooded figure, its hands pressed together in gesture of prayer. Between the 2 innermost statues is a 20-foot tall archway with a staircase leading down. As you guys look upon them, the completely smooth face, especially after that harrowing fight that you guys just survived, you can't help but feel just an unsettling unease. What do you guys do?
I think we should probably go inside.
Yeah.
Stack the bodies and burn them.
I will say this, Dagmar, with your ridiculous passive perception, you notice that there's actually a lot of footprints all over the place, but as you kind of like walking around, you see that a lot of the footprints seem to not be leading in from this path, but actually somewhere from the west.
I'll go ahead and point this out. Maybe this front door isn't actually the front door.
Yeah. Can I look over the bodies of the gentlemen we killed?
Mm-hmm. You guys take a couple minutes to kind of filch through their stuff, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you check it out, and overall, I mean, you find relatively well-made, but not by any means mastercraft or magically enhanced weaponry upon them. They were all wielding great axes, had some kind of like chainmail armor that doesn't match. It seems like all of their stuff was kind of mixed and matched and put on from different places together. So overall, nothing of value. In fact, they don't have any coin. None. Not even a coin purse.
Any markings on their body that stand out for things that we might have seen?
You do notice that each one of them has some kind of a symbol carved into their forehead. Knack, you clearly realize this is some kind of transmutative necromancy at work. You haven't seen this particular flavor before, but it would be not too crazy to assume that this, whatever this might be, is not good.
Yeah, these guys are enhanced with necromancy, so this is something I have never seen this before. So I mean, these guys were clearly living. That's probably why they were so fast.
Do you need a backup set of bones?
I don't think we have time for that right now.
We could take one of them
store
with
a body
us.
to the side.
All right, Betty, could you drag one of the bodies behind us, please?
Which one do you want her to drag?
The main guy.
Sounds good. Not even 50 minutes in, and we already have Jeremy eyes.
All right, Dagmar, so you think we should go in this other door?
At the very least, we should check it out.
Fair enough.
Oh, God. Okay.
Trust me, I don't want to be outside in the cold any longer.
Alright, as you guys start tracking towards the west, you now, especially after she pointed it out, can see that the uh, um, footpath absolutely is obviously leading to what looks like a narrow fissure on the west side there. Let me describe it really quick too. You see what appears to be a natural fissure that has opened in the mountainside west of the temple's facade, creating a gap somewhere about 2 feet wide, 10 feet tall, and 15 feet deep. You do see light slowly kind of spilling out of a room beyond. That's about it.
Okay.
You guys want me to try to sneak ahead and see what's going on, or?
Sure. Let's all kind of gather up here in this like little.
So I don't have vision when I go past this area here.
Alcove area.
Oh, it's because you don't have dark vision, that's why.
Guys!
The sound of my voice.
Follow our voice.
It's in the dark.
Follow our voice. This is our
He
voice.
gets clipped
Pull out
through
your
walls.
sword.
do you light a torch or something, Ral?
Yeah, it's just some. I don't have any. Does somebody have a torch?
Yeah, I'll ride it towards.
Okay, sounds good.
I will. I'll go ahead and cast the light cantrip.
Oh, that works too. What else?
There you go. That's perfect.
What light is
Does
the
anybody
light
have-
spell?
Does
I'm sorry?
anybody?
What color is your
You
light
have to
spell?
put it on something, and you got to put it on something.
Put on my sword.
It's going to do the same thing it's done the entire time, and just illuminate off of my body, and I will stand next to Rail. Just tell him to stay close. Where's it at?
Right. What color is it?
Nice.
It is what you might consider to be the color of sunlight. It's more of a radiant energy.
Like a whitish orange.
Yeah, like hot metal. There you go.
Anybody have the ability to meld stone? I've seen it done once or twice before.
Meld stone.
Shape stone.
No.
Not on it.
All right,
What we used
Dagmar.
What we
Go
used to do is when we'd go in places like this, we'd seal behind us so that nothing can follow us in. But
That's a good idea.
Well, don't tell me that before I go in by myself.
no, dear, when we got further down, like block off for rest or whatever. It's what we used to do in the mines, but go ahead, sorry.
Oh, I just meant that they could do it. Anyways.
I'm gonna move up to like basically as close as I can get to the entrance, so I can hear if Dagmar was to like yell. That make sense?
One thing too that I want to be better about in terms of DM intrusion and stuff like that is I'm not just going to use your passive perceptions all the time. If there's something actively you guys investigating, I might call for a roll, and you can do up to 2 different people rolling or 1 person with advantage, and that will be it. You kind of listen in there, and it seems to be the flickering of torchlight that's kind of just like seemingly burning on the other side. You can hear what you think is probably multiple sources burning on the other side, but that's about it.
Dagmar. It sounds like there's some fire inside, several different flames. Pat, do you hear anything? I don't hear anything else.
I don't think so.
Nothing
Okay.
additional seems to stand out to you.
All right,
Um,
give us a holler, and if there's anything, we'll come running.
All right.
all right.
Dagmar, just like in every Tomb Raider video game, and like all of those ones where they need to have a convenient transition scene where they can load the background, there's going to be that kind of squeezing through the tight gap as you kind of like going up through the crack and ultimately get yourself into what appears to be another room. There you see torches and sconces light. Overall bare stone room. There's 6 bedrolls made of stitched animal furs that cover the floor. The cold air does enter through the fissure on the southwest wall, but it seems to be very, very little. You kind of look around and you can see that there are some discarded pieces of armor and a couple extra weapons, like a short sword here, an axe here, a couple of traps kind of littered throughout. But overall, there doesn't really seem to be anything of value.
When you say traps, you mean like not activated bear traps?
Yeah, these are kind of like
Okay.
discarded to the side. You can see like poorly wiped off as the blood is kind of already starting to rust some of this darker metal.
These are called the infamous Dagmar traps.
Hey. Wait a second. I'm not here tonight.
Just a poster that says "Not a clown" sitting in the middle of it. Like, go ahead. Good.
I'm gonna try to like whisper down the tunnel and be like, "What do you
He
say?"
doesn't get healing. God, I don't want to say anything out loud. I'll try to whisper just empty.
Empty. Okay. I'm gonna like look back and be like, I'm gonna go through, count to 10, and then send the next person through so that we can kind of come staggered.
All right, who's coming through next?
I guess I will.
Rel and I will be the last two. For light purposes.
Who gonna die? No, I'm just kidding. All right, who's
Yeah, it
gonna
wouldn't
go
be
next?
the first time it's happened.
As soon as I get in, I want to whisper to Dagmar, and I'm going to be like, "Can you go check the doors, see if they are locked, and see if you can hear anything? Try not to like jar them or do anything like that. Just try to see what you can learn and observe from them, and see if you hear or if anything's locked or anything like that. Maybe."
Would you like to know the grain? I'm not very good. I could tell you maybe if it's mahogany or oak.
I don't give a shit at what kind of doors they are. I'm just worried about if there's any murder kitties on the other side.
As you guys are having that conversation, the skeletal alchemist is just like brutally trying to rip the body through this narrow fissure as it's kind of like getting stuck every once in a while itself. You can hear this sick ripping noise as the foot kind of rips off of it and it just like flops it into there. And it's burning
job,
little
buddy.
eyes just looking at you, Knack.
Good job.
At all.
Are the bear traps visible?
They're not
Like, just
full on
laying
bear
out?
traps, but they're just like they are hunting traps. They couldn't capture a large creature, but they could capture a humanoid or like a medium-sized creature. But they are not engaged. They're closed. They are wiped off, but they're not well maintained. You get the sense that they have rusted with continued use, exposure to the weather, and blood exposure.
How many are there?
If we could get
Like 3.
Perfect.
if we could get these working, we could trap the way in
That's
for
exactly what I
anybody
was
that might
thinking.
follow.
Can you, Dagmar's going to check the doors and see if they're locked or see if she can hear anything. Can you check out the traps and see if you think you might be able to make them function?
Oh, Percy died.
Yeah,
Where'd
does
he go?
anybody have any oil
Oil?
to the hinge to see if we can get the hinge unstuck?
Not the kind I want to give. Just
Nope.
the sharpness oil, which
No,
no.
I have no oil.
I don't have any oil either.
I have an
Rifle through my bag
alternative.
looking for
It's
KY.
gross, but I have an alternative.
What's your alternative?
By God.
We have a body here that's just flowing fluid out of it.
Did the server reset for anybody, or is
Yeah.
it just me?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Just a thought.
Here I thought you were
A
gonna go
little-
the more gruesome route of dissecting and getting the fat from the body.
Melt the fat and then apply it.
I mean,
Oh, you don't want to know? You want to talk about rendering fat? I got you.
well, I mean, we're gonna. I'm sure he's gonna burn it down anyway. So,
Yeah.
but
Get a good sear going.
why don't you go check out the traps and see if we need to go do that first, and if we need to do that, then we can.
Okay.
I certainly will once it loads.
We need.
There we go. Maybe. So bright. Oh god, my face is so bright. One day I'll get a good like
One day.
light, and then I won't be as pale.
Do what I did. I got one of those selfie lights off Amazon for like $20.
That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
Yeah, I've just had so many Zoom calls for work that I was like, it's so worth
As
it.
well.
And it actually has like a warm light setting you can turn on, so it's not just like that ching. And yeah, they're great.
Yeah.
Ching.
We're back.
All right.
Back, baby.
No. I can't see the map.
Check out the doors and the traps. Traps and the doors.
Those and cones, baby.
Okay, I'll check out the trapperoonies.
Alrighty. Hoyt, you're absolutely certain that the traps themselves are functional, albeit because of the poor maintenance, there is a little bit of a failure rate that you think would probably be coming into play, but they'll get the job done.
Okay. So I'll use my.
Are they any good? Wait, what's the deal?
There's a chance of failure, but I think we could get them operational.
What do you think we should try to put all three in the tunnel, or do you think we should try to put one in the tunnel and one in front of each door? What you think?
Well, that might work. We could always hold on to one in case we need one.
Well, I mean, couldn't we pick them up or after we, like, if we take a rest here, couldn't we pick them up after?
That's true. I think I would leave one in the fissure, though.
Yeah, that's a good point. So, is your gut telling you all three, or all three in the fissure?
One at each entry point would probably be, if anything, is there a chain attached to them?
There is actually, and a little spike that you can drive into the ground.
If anything, what we can do is we can wrap the chain around the handle and use the weight of the trap to notify us if someone opens one of those doors instead of trapping it. Because one of us is going to be on watch anyways. It'll alert the rest of us.
That's a brilliant idea, but I say we go ahead and leave the trap open, because when they come through the door, there's still at least a chance they'll either have to move around the trap or they could potentially spring it. So I think your idea is brilliant, but let's go ahead and set the trap also. Doesn't hurt.
Very well.
Do you need help, or do you think you could, or can you manage that, setting the three traps?
I'm sitting there tinkering with my different tools that I have. I think I can handle it.
Copy that.
If I need somebody a little bit stronger, I'll call for you.
Yeah, don't call for me.
Call for Knack.
Or me.
Oh,
Or
no,
somebody.
Knack. It's Knack. Knack is
It's
the
Knack.
barbarian.
Call Knack. Knack is probably the strongest here.
He's got a knack for it. All right. Hoyt, you go over, and so where are you gonna set up the traps, or try to set it up?
I click the 3 spaces.
In front of the entry and the doors, right?
Fancy had a question.
Yes.
Two
Clancy.
things. One,
No.
before we set up any traps, can I please listen to through the doors first?
Sure. For this one, make me a separate. This is going to be just like as you're trying to keep this perimeter as safe as you can, so people can at least maybe bandage up during a short rest or something. For this one, make me an active perception check, Dagmar.
And that's with disadvantage, correct?
Oh shit! Somebody helps you out. I'm
Is,
sure.
exhaustion?
It's going to be a straight roll.
Oh yeah.
As you kind of limp over there.
We're like just shivering the whole way. I gotta like shut my mouth in order to stop the chattering. Sorry, someone helping me?
Yeah,
Or is
I
that...
got you.
Thank you. Straight roll.
Alrighty. You listen in, and it is perfectly quiet. Add in it is quiet, and then add in another thing about like, isn't it supposed to be too quiet? And then realize we just ripped off Rick and Morty. But with that, you realize, it's a whole bit that they made in an episode recently. Don't worry about it. But as you're listening in, this entire place is so goddamn quiet that you could probably hear a tiny little bone splinter drop. And then you hear just like what sounds like it's just like somewhere between a moan and a whisper. The wind blowing through something, and You're not quite sure.
Because for a second I thought I was whispering something you when I was like, did this thing just curse me out? But okay. Cool. Just a thumbs up then.
And can you
We're
ping that
good.
for me one more time, Hoyt? I'm sorry.
Huh?
Can you ping those?
It was
locations for me
it
one
was
more
the
time?
2 doors in the tunnel.
Wait, that's what I figured.
Whoops.
I'll lock the door for now until you guys actually decide to look through stuff.
Copy that.
Alright. Yeah, Hoyt actually does wonders with those traps as he sets them up in front of the doors. You guys get the sense, yeah, you have a little extra layer of protection now.
Was there enough chain for him to loop it onto the door so it would not only make noise, but it'd be a trap as well?
Sure.
Cool.
Someone as
Okay.
proficient at the artifice as Hoyt, yeah, it comes natural to him. Like, he finds a perfect little, like, tie around to, like, actually use it not only as a locking mechanism, but set it up in a way that if it does get opened just wide enough that it actually just immediately clamps down on someone that might try to open it.
Knack, do you need to, before we do anything else, do you need to do anything with this body here that we're dragging around?
And you'll see that Knack is already like prepared to firebolt. He's like, I was just waiting for the go ahead.
Okay.
There's
do
just
what you
like a
need-
little creme brulee torch just
do what you need to
Be
do.
like a Bunsen burner, one torch, just like.
So you're gonna just have like burnt
Oh,
hair and flesh smell in here. Nice. Yep.
I'll strip all the furs off of him first,
Nice.
so like those aren't burning on top of it.
That is the thing. You guys
I need
technically
all you
could
to
all
make it.
have extreme cold weather clothing now. Because
Oh,
these
because
barbarians.
we could have stripped the bodies?
Sweet.
There might be a little, they
Sticky.
they take you to church because they're a little holy, but other than that, they are reusable.
Okay,
I
Very
see
cool.
what you did there.
You're a real piece of shit, you know that? Yeah.
very cool.
Chris, what were we gonna say before I cut you off? I'm sorry.
I actually don't remember.
Never mind.
It was very important though.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, super
It-
important.
It's always important when you forget, but then you can never remember it.
Yep.
Okay, so now we all have cold weather clothing,
Mhm.
and there happen to be 6 haystacks in here. Are these like little hay beds?
No,
They
those are
cover the haystack?
They are heavy furs, actually. So they're kind of
I
like
was
these
really
big
hoping it'd be
fur
5.
sleeping bags of sorts.
Beautiful. Okay. All right, Knack, you do you real quick, and then I have a question to pose to the group. So let's start blasting, right?
So anyway, I start blasting.
God damn it.
Wow.
All right, as
Wow.
you share off the flesh off of this freshly acquired skeleton, or soon-to-be skeleton.
See, here I thought we were gonna intimidate
Ma-
them by.
I'm gonna magically tinker on one of the beds for breeze. Get rid of the odor.
Oh my god.
I bet the cold weather clothing you're wearing off of the body we just killed, probably not smelling great.
Bio
Smells like bright
and
sunshine.
Definitely congealed old blood and guts. Definitely a little, just an accoutrement of pee and shit every once in a while, kind of just within the mix.
It's kind of like The Walking Dead, where you put the zombie stuff on you to blend in.
Oh my God.
Sure. Okay, so you've cleaned your body, Knack. Are you popping him up or doing something with him?
Well, I just happen to have this extra set of bones, so if you will give me a moment.
Please don't scream because there could be stuff in the next room.
It's like a very low key
Go over
teapot.
That's the somatic component to it. He's got to do it.
Best part is just picture his zombie like his face is all drooped. He's like, in order to be full effect, he has to do the full screams. Now he's got like a half proficient zombie who's just limping a little bit. Just
roll up
Now-
one of the furs and put it in front of his mouth so he can do it.
Jeremy, real quick question for you, because this will take stripping all the flesh off of this thing will take a while. You're trying to create a skeleton, not a zombie, right? Or what are you trying to create?
So, if possible, I'd like to create since I have that extra set of bones, pull in another alchemist.
Now the question is, with our altered rules where I do allow you to have an XP pool, how many XP worth of skeletons can you create right now? How many skeletons? Let me ask that way.
I can create 2 at level 3.
Okay. The problem is, if you cast it again on something else, creating something else, do you lose control of the ones that you have created so far?
Mm-mm.
Okay, good.
Nope. No, I can keep like ad infinitum. It's really as long as I have the spell slot to regain control, and you have double.
You just hope that they're all going to
so.
die before you have to recast it to maintain control.
Well, no, with these 2, I'll be fine because I still have 1 more left. So.
Well, this only lets you recontrol up to 2, right? How does this work?
It's
Now I'm
double,
getting
I
myself
believe.
confused.
David's like, fuck.
Yeah, up to 4 creatures, and then I have that proficiency, so I think it's even higher than that with my feature.
You could have 4 zombies. That
Yeah.
makes sense because your alchemist is actually 2 into 1, and now you're taking another 2 into 1. So you would
Okay.
technically have
Yeah, that's
4
that's what I'm-
zombies, which would be a
that's what I wanted
challenge
to
rating
double-check.
1.
Which one you can
theoretically?
create together? Mm-hmm.
So could you
Alrighty.
create something even stronger if you
Not
put
yet.
all
He-
4 of them
He
together?
hasn't developed anything stronger than that yet, but
But you could
it's-
you can have 2 of these poison throwers, right?
it's in the knack and development. Alrighty, Knack, I'm gonna say instead of taking a short rest, you're gonna be creating your new alchemist, shearing off the flesh and stuff like that. That will take you at least about an hour or 2 to really do it well, really get into it. I'm guessing the rest of you guys are gonna attempt to take a short rest here.
Well,
Yeah.
that's the question, guys. Do we want to just patch up our wounds, or do we want to actually full on try to rest here while we're in this somewhat safe corridor? I mean, I know I'm jaded. My vote would be a short rest, but I'm just a warlock, so I have a jaded viewpoint.
I want to get in and out of here as fast as possible.
That's my philosophy. But once again, I'm jaded, so that's why I wanted to ask all of you.
Percy's scrolling through his book and it bypasses the page where the word tiny hut was written and he had crossed out and said not worth, and he goes, damn. Yeah.
Feeling that myself.
Percy would like to take a short rest. He's gonna kind of, I guess we'll wait for the decision before I say what he's gonna do.
It'd be nice to take a long rest for the last time, potentially.
Well, when you burn it like that.
I mean, this is about the safest area. We got 3 choke points. It'd be nice if there wasn't 3, but I think we're protected enough. Hopefully.
Dagmar?
I mean, y'all don't look good. And I'm almost out of spell. As nice as a long rest sounds, that also gives whatever's in there more time to prep for us. If not, then they come find us. So I'm
What's
more
your
for
vote?
the vote of short rest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
short rest it is then.
All right.
Alrighty. You've barricaded the
My
doors.
vote is we take a short rest as well.
Thank you, Ralph.
No, thank you, group I'm part of as well.
Sorry, Rel. I just figured when 5 or 4 of the 6 people said short rest, it was kind of a majority decision. But
I know.
next time I'll
appreciate
start.
you, Mel.
Bro, you look
I'll start-
towards Rel, and normally there's like this ever smoking sensation around his armor. It's actually kind of weird and unsettling in a way too, but this time instead of smoke, it's just salt. It's just sprinkling across the floor, just ever so
some
slightly.
base salt coming off him hard.
So
This is 100% like Himalayan.
So
Yeah.
I was reading at the end of a short. Never mind, I gotta wait till the end. Never mind.
I have also got something to do.
Well,
at the end
you've
of a short
got
rest.
you've got Song of Rest, which I think can apply
It's at
to
the
short
end of a
rest.
short rest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why I was reading. I was.
All right. Is there anything that you guys would like to accomplish? You can do light activities. I'm gonna rule that Nax shit is a little too, knuckles deep as he's getting into the flesh there, like partially tearing it off, burning it off whenever he needs to, and then actually
Knuckles deep,
carving
bro.
into that stuff. It's a little bit more involved, so he's not going to be able to take a true short rest. The rest of you guys certainly could, but you can do some light activity. What, if anything, would you guys like to do during that?
Percy is going to open this little book that he has, where he writes down things of the stories, of all the stories he's had, and he's flipping through the pages, and he reads one of the segments, and you can kind of hear him when he reads to himself a little bit, kind of quietly, and he'll be reading. You will come upon 6 or 5 compatriots, and then all you'll hear, the last thing, he'll look down and go, a beast with fire within, whose skin separates from himself when the power is needed. And he's going to kind of look down and go, he's going to glance up at Rail and look back down and go, seems like a difficult way to do that. And then he's going to kind of close the book and just lean back against the wall, not necessarily laying on the tarp or sleeping bag, whatever you want to call it. And that'll be it.
What about the rest of you guys? That's awesome.
Hoyt's going to walk around and investigate the stone work inside of this room for weak points, that kind of thing. Potentially to see if there's another way that something could come in on us. Just do what he does when it comes to stone, and stop by Knack as he is doing his thing and whisper in his ear, I need to talk to you privately when we get a moment. And make it look like I was just making a snide comment about what he was doing, and just keep walking and looking at not really waiting on a response from him.
Rolex?
Nothing that I want to do, but I was just going to give you a heads up that my evocations are not correct on my character sheet.
What do you mean, your invocations? I was like,
Invocations,
evocations, that's new.
Yeah, my invocations.
Yeah, send me a message. Rel. Take a long rest in real life.
We're doing
Sal.
a long or short?
Sal.
What you want to do,
Talking
bro?
about Sal.
I will
I was like, is he
light a
frozen?
bonfire under the corpse that Jeremy's going. Just give him a little hand. Just light a little bonfire under there.
Light a little
Thank
fire
you.
on me. All right, and Dagmar.
Dagmar's gonna take out her old beaten up tarot deck and kind of just flip through it, and then lay out the little flute she has, and will then change her with the short rest I can do it, change her proficiency to a flute.
Percy, you see her taking out this double set of flutes that has like a raven skull attached to it, and the bard in you is just
Not gonna play it.
overjoyed and terrified all at the same time as you look at it and you're like, what do you say, if anything?
She's more like muttering to herself. Oh, sorry. I don't know who you're saying.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, she's just gonna mutter to herself. Alright, dwarf. Let's see what we can do.
She's attempting to play the flute.
No, I'm not gonna play this flute. Uh-oh.
I was like, shit's about to get weird, boys.
Nope. I'll scare you all. Go ahead. Have fun activating those traps.
So Percy's actually got two things going on. One, he seems has a little awkward little smile on his face as he looks over at her tarot cards, and he kind of glances over at Dagmar, and he's gonna kind of lean back a little bit and goes, "That reminds me of my mother's cards." And then he's gonna look down at the flute and goes, "Oh, well, there's something you don't see every day, ma'am. What? Have you ever played that before?"
Oh,
And
no.
you're gonna see him kind of hold his hand out like that doesn't mean play it now, but
No. Never played the flute before.
would you consider yourself a musician?
No. But I have friends that can help me with this.
Wonderful. Well, just and does Percy recognize exactly what it is?
Make me a history check. Let's see.
This is a little meta-y, but
That's why I'm making it a history check instead of just
I
reading
know.
it. Yeah.
Oh, this ain't gonna go well. Nope.
Oh.
Called that shit. That's fucking
Oh
premonition
my
right
god.
there.
It looks phenomenally interesting to you. You're curious to see how it's going to play.
But I can tell that it's unique of some sort.
Mhm.
Basically. Okay.
And Chris, I mean, also from a meta perspective, you realize that with Dagmar not having a whole lot of spell slots, or having it might not be a bad idea either.
Yeah.
This means I'm gonna have to get ahead of you guys, because it isn't something that's specified between allies. It's anyone.
Yep. Yeah. That's why I was asking, have you played that before? So then Percy's going to lean back down and just say, let me know what the cards say. And I'm just going to lean back against the wall again.
Ready.
Sure.
After
I don't think that's something we have.
you take a quick 5-minute break, Knack, as you go over and kind of like clean off your hands with like a hank, or just with some furs that you found on these people, because fuck them, right? And as you kind of clean it off, you walk over to Knack, who's looking at a south wall there, and he's just like, something is right here. But wait, as you're approached by Knack, apparently connected to you asking him about coming to talk to you. What do you say?
This infliction that I have.
Yeah, the lycanthropy.
Are you prepared to end it if I ask?
I mean, I'm prepared to cast remove curse on you. Whether or not that'll actually help, I don't know.
I don't want to be a detriment. I don't want to lose control.
Well, I don't think we're going to get any full moonlight inside anytime soon, so...
I don't think it's a being outside kind of thing. I think it knows.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. I mean, the full moon just happened. I don't think lunar cycles here happen every 24 hours. Should be good for 14 days.
Well,
Theoretically.
You have my blessing to protect the party.
Okay. Yeah. You start slobbering like a mad dog. I'll see what I can do. That's all I can promise.
That's all I can ask. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
Wait, as you're standing at that south wall, there's just something weird about it. It's slightly offset. Like, it's incredibly well made. You're actually 100% certain that this wall right here must have been made with magic. In fact, everything here was made with magic, which is kind of a cheapskate way of constructing anything if you ask a dwarf. But as you look at it, you can still feel that there's just like an ever so slight draft coming from that south wall.
I'm going to notify the party, and I'm going to move this trap to in front of it.
Which one?
The one that's covering our entrance, because if they're going through that tight space, we'll hear them come through that tight space, whereas that is, and like, I'm going to get people's attention, but I'm going to be moving the trap over there and setting it up right there.
All right.
There's a draft coming through the wall right here. Something does not look right. It looks like I use magic, but I'm not quite sure what kind of illusion this might be.
After we kind of finish catching our breath, if we want to wait another 10 minutes, I can ritually cast Detect Magic.
That's good. And I'm going to sit right here facing that spot in the door.
All
Well,
right.
not sit, but, you know, I'm kind of like lean up against the wall kind of deal.
Sure thing. Alrighty. Over the next hour, as Percy and Dagmar chat, Boyd and Knack chat, Rolak and Skeleton have a moment, and Rel and Knack, of course, continue to carve away. The hour overall goes by uneventfully. And I'll let you guys click the short rest button first, but there's something else that occurs during that.
Can we
I just
roll
don't
a
want to
hit
tease you
dice?
guys with clicking short rest because I know that's all you guys are going to care about here for the next 10 seconds. Here.
I will actually have to cast Animate Dead one more time.
To maintain on, what's her budget?
Yep. Betty. Betty.
I've never actually had to use my hit die. Just to be clear, like, do you hit short rest first, or do you roll
No.
your hit dice first?
Yes. Roll hit dice
Okay.
first.
Oh, I see.
All right, I feel better there.
We're terrible. I had to waste more hit dice than I would have wanted
Yeah, I
to.
rolled a 1 on that first one. I'm like,
Yeah, me too. I had like a 2
You can
and a 2.
you can roll multiple, right?
yeah.
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 You can't just
Just
roll
keep
over your
rolling
mouth.
them.
I was
You
just-
get
yeah.
just so you know, you only get half of your hit dice back on a long rest.
Yep.
So
That's a big drawback.
God, these ones coming in. Holy moly.
And once you finish rolling them, Chris, that's when you hit short rest and it'll add the health to your sheet.
oh, it adds it as soon as you roll. It
Oh,
adds
it
it on
does.
each roll.
Oh,
it
shit,
does.
let's go.
But you don't get the effects of a short rest if there's anything you needed to get back, like spells.
Ooh, there
or
you go.
Anything you get, you don't get that until after you hit the short
And
rest. button.
then, can I go ahead and do the Song of Rest?
You sure can.
So as Percy wakes up, you're gonna hear, he's gonna kind of stand up with the staff, and he's just gonna be singing, and it's gonna be more Lord of the Rings-esque, if you will, just humming a very calm tune, and with that, he will cast Song of Rest.
Ayo.
Everyone gets 5 additional hit points.
Nice.
Hey.
Add that in.
I'll just let you guys add that into your current HP.
I'm looking
Damn, it doesn't
pretty good.
increase till 9th level to a DA? That's a shit ability. Sorry.
We need to.
I mean,
Everybody needs to
to
go
be
in
fair,
and take their
you-
temp HP off from aid. By the way, because I still have 5 temporary.
Has it
max.
been 8 hours? Because
No,
we did.
aid lasts a long time.
Oh.
Aid is good.
Oh, okay.
Aid is very
Okay.
good.
Copy that. Never mind.
How many hours has it been since our encounter started?
An hour
1
and
hour?
15-ish minutes. Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
Almost full.
Is there a long stick in this room? Like
Sure.
a sword, whatever. Actually, I'm not even going to use a sword. I'm just going to pick up like a piece of stone.
All right. Do y'all want me to ritually cast Detect Magic and see what's going on with that draft, or what do we want? What are we doing?
Sure, go ahead. I wanted to flip a stone through it to see if it's actually something that you can enter.
Just real quick, one thing, just to let stream know, something that my bad. Thankfully, David reminded me on it. I can use my channel divinity to get 1 spell slot back, and then it gets back on a short rest. My channel divinity, so I'm also doing that.
Nice.
Yay!
Just thought I'd call it out.
Oh, I thought Bardic Inspiration would automatically come back after that.
So the
To
spell
add it
slot
back?
is half your cleric level rounded down, but for you that's
I thought it was rounded up.
Or it is rounded up. I always forget that that is one of them.
It's one of the few things that's rounded up. I get it.
Mm-hmm. All right, you guys sit there for another 10 minutes. You have your rock at the ready, Hoyt, and as you finish casting the spell and maintain concentration on detect magic there, Rolak, you actually get the sense that there's no magic coming from that door. However, the 5 torches here just seem to kind of blow up to your vision for a second. You have heard of those before, being a noble, and it is actually pretty common. These are what are called ever-burning torches. So you get the sense these are magically enhanced, because otherwise, after that short rest at the very least, they should have tinkered out or petered out.
I'm gonna look over to Hoyt and I'm gonna say, the torches are magical, but nothing else is popping. And I'm just gonna walk over and put my hand on the wall that the breeze is coming out of.
Pretty solid. But you can feel that there's a little bit of give as you put your gauntleted hand against it.
Does
Hate
it
Trigger the
feels
trap,
solid though?
and you find yourself restrained in place. I'm just kidding. It does feel solid.
Is-
It's not illusory.
But it has give?
Just slightly. You think if you put a lot of pressure on it, it would probably swing open.
Hoyt,
Mhm.
can you disarm this trap?
We're gonna look for them. See if there's a trap.
He means
no,
the bear
That
trap.
one right there.
Oh
The
yeah,
trap
yeah,
that
yeah,
you
yeah.
put in front of it.
I'll just drag it out of the way.
As the group goes, it's right there.
All right, Hoyt.
Yeah.
Or yeah, actually not me.
We had
Knack.
someone leave stream just because of that. I love it.
No, I don't
Is it
blame you.
deserved?
I didn't even go
Absolutely.
full board pterodactyl either.
Hey Knack, can you come over here and give Hoyt a hand and let's see if you can push this open.
You don't want to check for traps first?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Dag.
No,
You're
I mean, if you want to live
right.
dangerously.
No, I don't want to live dangerously.
Daggy Waggy, we really need the help.
Daggy.
Come on, Daggy Pants.
Wow.
It's Dag.
Oh
Come on.
boy. What did you lose proficiency on, by the way? What did you have on before?
Survival, and then I
Survival.
moved it to performance because I wasn't exactly. I think technically I should move it to tool proficiency. I wasn't sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it should
I'm
be. You essentially get the tool proficiency. So if you're
Okay.
making a loot check, which I think it's more
Done
important
deal.
from the perspective of. Let me double check.
Hi, Bear.
You just have to be proficient with it in order to be able to play it.
Cool. Okay, so tool proficiency. Okay.
Right?
Check for traps.
You want to make a perception check with disadvantage.
Okay.
Can I
That's
help her?
control.
Sure.
Since I'm there.
You're helping.
Yeah.
Straight rolls. Another
You look
15. Dang.
over it, and there's nothing obviously like no pressure plates, no weird counterweight or some kind of mechanism. You can tell that the door swivels. There must be some kind of a mechanism that does that, but you can't tell if there is something else that might, as the door moves, trigger something in addition. Or
Okay.
it doesn't seem that way at the very least.
Can I see if I can figure out if touching the torch or anything around it would like activate to just open this door?
You touch the torch and nothing. It's clever though.
Okay.
I'll
All right.
do this.
Knack, Hoyt, brute force it is.
Okay. I'll take the low end of the door. Nat can take the high end of the door.
And Percy's gonna cast Mage Hand, and it's gonna give Hoyt a pat in the back, and it's gonna get in the middle of the door and start pushing. Just
Nice.
I'm guessing only 2 people could push on the door, right?
I mean, yeah, feasibly with
Okay.
the dwarf in front, we can definitely hand wave that. As you guys, and you can kind of feel there's something that's kind of stuck, and as you push harder and harder and harder combined, you're like, as the door does give way and kind of swivels in, and then comes to a close right against that east wall. Rolak, you can kind of see inside, and there seems to be a little bit of an alcove just south of the room that you guys are in. It's hard to see what might be in there in addition, but there is something else. You guys will
Sun
probably have
sword
to
is
step
out
closer.
as I
Alright.
step forward.
All right, as you start shedding some light too, you start looking inward. And what you see here is something I gotta pull up. As you step in, ooh, baby.
I got both
Carved-
swords out. Sun sword activated.
Sun's out. As you walk into this
Guns
place, you see that this place is completely carved into the south wall itself. There's a dusty space here with what just look like dozens and dozens and dozens of cylindrical holes fit for scrolls and maps. As you look over this place, you see there's just a bunch of dust kind of slowly kind of moving in the air, refracting against the sun sword as you're in this room.
Knack, come on in here.
Please, God, don't
So it'd be super lit in here because it's
Super
15
lit.
feet of bright light,
It's
30
like,
feet.
it's
lit.
like it's like lit, bro. 100%.
So, is there anything in these tubes, or are there actual still?
You look over the snack, and at first there's just like drool that comes running down your chin, but as you look over, you realize how truly ancient this temple must be, for as you look over it, the maps and scrolls that once filled each and every one of these cylindrical holes has just crumbled to dust, and it's just sitting there like an amalgamation of an insult. So you're just like, yeah, you kind of pick one up, and it just crumbles in your hand.
Did
You
you
see
bring it
another
in here
crumble
me
and it's
just to
full.
make me feel disappointed, or
No, I figured that you might want to give this room a look over, wise ass.
I'm gonna go by each individual hole and just touch it to see if it crumbles.
Yeah, as you play a magical organ with all of these scrolls, you quickly can confirm that each one of them has been completely destroyed, annihilated by the passage of time.
And there's nothing else in this room?
Just those scroll containers. You kind of look over it and try to figure out more, but seems to be it.
Bunsen burners lit once more. Like,
Just a bunch of old scrolls in there that just disintegrated over time. Knack's in there crying.
You mean even mending wouldn't have fixed them?
Yeah, at this point they're way too far gone.
They're just dust.
Also, you cannot mend non-magical, or you cannot mend magical stuff. How do you know that Jeremy was bullied? He leans into the joke.
All right, Percy, you're the newest member of the group. You call it. Do we head out the north door or the east door?
Percy's gonna look over with a wee bit of a smile on his face, knowing that he's getting this first level of trust. He's gonna grab his book. He's gonna open his book to the story real quick and goes, "Shit!" Doesn't say anything about a door. North.
Okay.
Got a good feeling about this one though.
I'd like to leave the trap. Can I? Okay, is it possible for me to leave the trap and open the door?
Sure. Why not? What's wrong with D100?
And my only thought
I mean,
process
just,
is
like,
something
accidentally
came
just bloop. Just kidding.
that I could like back up. Does that
Yeah,
make
he
sense?
opens the door and
Sure
there's
thing.
Strahd's like, "What's up, bro?"
All right, it's locked, so I can't open it.
You owe me.
I mean, you gotta step up next to it. Where do the rest of you guys position yourselves? Just in case shit happens.
About right here.
I'll have Betty stand here and Master Payne stand next to him.
Excuse you?
Master
Actually, Hoyt,
Payne.
you open the door
Done.
because
Okay.
I am exhausted, tired.
All right, I will.
Same.
Partial.
That's why I was like, I thought about it. I was like, because I was about to say Rel, and I was like, no, I think me and Rel are we're gonna play second.
You don't get any
second wave.
Never mind.
All right, so I guess I'm going to open the door.
All right, as you open the door up, what you see beyond is walls of a 20-foot wide and 70-foot long arched corridor that is sheathed in sparkling amber. The southern half of the hall is scorched by fire, and a charred corpse lies on the floor here under a burned fur cloak. Several amber doors lead from this hall, and you can see 3 arrow slits that are cut into the east wall. However, the thing that seems to be disturbing you more than anything is another sight. For in this hallway, you also see 3 floating skulls, wreathed in green flame, burning red points instead of eyes, as they turn towards you guys. And you see energy building in their mouths as we're going into combat.
I was gonna say, can I shut the door real quick?
Can I
Get in
shut
there.
that door?
We will find out.
I bet you better have that high initiative roll, baby.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
Oh, good rolls, guys.
And add 7 to mine, please.
I don't even want to roll this. Told you.
10. 10's not bad. That was more than 3 that David just rolled. Just saying. That was not 3.
I am also rolling for the Skeletal Alchemist, so there's that.
Okay. Still, I think that was more than 5.
Betty and Master Pain, please.
Master Pain.
Can we call him Master P?
You
Is he
can
gonna make
add it to
somebody
your
say,
own, by the
"Ugh"?
way, Chris.
What?
You can edit your own. Oh, maybe you can't. No, you can't. David has to edit your initiative.
Yeah, I will. Hang on just one second.
No,
I'm
that's
trying
fine. Not
to
important.
get some stuff up for the stream too, so they have this the tracker up on launch, so you can actually watch that live. And then +7 for good old Percy. Nice.
And
old Percy.
Chris, just real quick, you are adding your Jack of all trades to initiative, right?
It should automatically.
It does. Okay.
I thought it would. Is there a way to
I'm
see?
gonna check. Nope, it was not turned on, so you get another +1 to that.
My God.
I'm used to it being automatic. I didn't even check.
Alrighty. Oof. Alrighty, as shit kicks off.
That one's called Never Let Jeremy Name Anything Again.
Get. The first thing to go, barely winning that initiative tie, is one of these fiery boys. All right, let me make sure that all of this stuff is on stream. Lots going on. Oh, I gotta change the music. What am I doing? We gotta.
Yeah,
just
it's
do
all
the-
like
ding, ding. No, absolutely not. This is murder time music. Alrighty. As the first thing that goes is actually the flame skull that is closest to you guys.
No
As
way.
the twinkling in its eye seems to kind of grow in power as you see the lower jaw kind of go up or up, drop down, and there's like all of these fangs that seem to be kind of showing through. You see suddenly a little red light that kind of gathers in there as, oh boy.
Did you mean to play the intro music, by the way?
Is it the intro music?
That's
Middle
what's
check.
playing, is it? And it's
Oh yeah, it has some combat-ish elements to it. That's why I threw it in the
Okay.
combat
Oh, good.
category. But what happens here, and I gotta check something, is suddenly you can tell that there's a little light that seems to gather within its mouth. As Knack, you get the sense it is casting a spell. You happen to be within 60 feet of it.
Okay. Counterspell at level 4.
At level 4?
Yep.
Alrighty. As it tries to cast forward a spell, you see that you kind of just This is where it would have landed. But as you see the little light gather, you're like, no, and you kind of like immediately throw something at us. The light just kind of goes out in its mouth, and it's what is it going to do? Ooh, I forgot about this, and I do want to add this because this has implications.
That fucker was throwing a fireball at us.
Me
There's
using
a few more of those.
Never.
That's all that I have of those.
Do you have to be able to see the target for counterspell?
Yeah.
Yes. One of the big things that makes it so awesome. You see it suddenly fly through and kind of push itself through that little arrow slit that is on the right, Hoyt, as that is where it's going to end its turn. Percy, it'll be your turn as I add the magical light effect that I forgot to add to these bad boys. Where they glow. Go show. Oof. Sorry, I didn't mean to burn out Corneas, but sometimes. It is your turn though, Chris.
Yeah, I'm double checking one thing real quick because wasn't prepared for the combat here.
Always be prepared for combat.
Yeah.
Yeah, no shit.
I'm gonna come right here so I can get better vision. There were 3 in here.
One just darted into a hall.
I will cast Bane. I thought the third one would still be here. Sucks. At least these 2 will get it.
Hopefully. Ooh, it's a charisma
Well.
save. Charisma saves are good. I doubt floating skulls have a lot of charisma.
They do not have a lot of charisma, but as you kind of reach out, and what does the Bane magic look like, by the way?
So it's very similar to Percy's other magic. He's just going to hit his staff on the ground. You're going to hear a strike of lightning, or the sound of thunder rather, and it's going to hit, and then you're just going to see these blue beams settle on top of each one of the targets.
All right, as the blue beans settle down, you get the sense that they have magical resistance. And with that, one of them, and let me double check on the range. It is only 30 feet. You got to move a little bit closer, dude.
I thought it was 60 feet.
Nope, it's 30.
Oh, my bad. I thought it was 60.
Let me double check. I think
Oh, it is.
so.
It's 30. You're right. I thought it was 60. My bad.
Say from where I am, I'm 35, so you're gonna have to step in that hallway.
Oh, well, then I screwed that
Where
up.
did-
I thought it
where
was
did you
60. That's
start
why
up
I made
again?
that
Weren't you like right there or something?
right here.
Okay. So that is like
Well, that's
you have another 5 feet of movement, but you'd be stepping
That
into
wouldn't
the
make a bit of
still
difference.
active.
I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
this is 10 feet per block, isn't it?
It's no,
Well,
it's
then
5
that
feet
can-
per block. That's why
well,
we
then
made
that
the map.
spell is
Yeah.
that spell is mute. I couldn't have
Gotcha.
cast it anyway. So do I give a spell slot back? How does that work? Since I screwed that up.
I'll give it back to
I thought it
you
was 60.
this time. Next time it'll be wasted because
Yeah,
if you're
it
not
was
in
my
range.
fault.
Yeah.
And that'll in my bonus action. I will give Hoyt a.
No. I said
bardic
next time. So if you want to do your thing, do your thing.
Yeah, he's giving
Like,
you your
do
spell
you
slot
have,
and your
do you have
action
an
back.
action?
Yeah,
Oh,
already
so you-
already
you gotta
added
do
the
a
spell
place
slot
of it.
back.
I'm just gonna cast Firebolt on that one. Wait, let me double check. Yeah, I'm not used to. Yeah, we're good.
Firebolt's like 100.
Yeah, we're good. Had me worried about range all of a sudden.
All right, as you shoot at this thing, you gather the fiery power. You fire it at the creature, and as the fire impacts against it, you see the orange flame or maybe blue flame, whatever you want to reflavor it as, strike into it, get absorbed, and just turn into green flame around it. It seems to be impervious to fire damage.
Neat. And then I will step to the side and I will give Hoyt a bardic inspiration.
Alrighty. What do you say? What do you sing to give him some
Yeah,
bardic
give me a
inspiration?
second.
Yes. we
Carry
gotta start
on
this
my
trend.
wayward
Oh
son.
my god. Oh man.
I'm just gonna kind of look over. I'm just gonna look over at him. I'm gonna touch my hand to my heart and just go. Do you believe in life after love?
And he starts.
Way down yonder at a
And then I'm gonna hit my staff, and the autotune's gonna kick in. And it's gonna be because I can feel something.
I can feel
Amazing.
something.
See, we're now switched from just chatting back to D&D, and now it's just karaoke.
Oh.
Sorry.
Listen. The last thing I think a lot of people would expect is, in this case, 4 Southern boys singing some Cher.
And knowing it.
And knowing it. Yeah.
It's true.
Shame
Well,
Probably
I'm glad
fair.
you didn't
For
say any
sure.
words. You would have got it wrong.
For sure, for sure.
Share is universal.
Cheers, you first.
Shares life.
There is live. Alrighty, cool. Inspiration given. Percy, you've got your stuff. Dagmar, it is your turn.
Okay. 2 questions before I try to do what I'm gonna do, which I guess I'll just say to make it easier. I'm exhausted, so my movement is halved, correct?
Mhm.
Okay. I want to make sure I remember that correctly. What I want to do is get 30 feet away from Knack skeletons, so then I can do turn undead at other skeletons. Because I'm gonna learn my lesson from last time and not eat more of our skeletons.
Yeah. Thank you for not throwing my skeletons out windows.
So you could, as a bonus action, dash forward. However, the problem is you're not quite sure. Like, that's going to exclude one Skelly boy for sure. So you don't know if that might have to be like a second round action type of situation or something else. Unless you want to dash all the way forward, which you most certainly are welcome to do. I have nothing against that.
No, I don't want to do that. Not get that close. But, yeah. I guess if I can move at least so I'm also out of the way of other people's shots.
5, 10,
I think,
15,
did you
20,
point
25. You
right
could,
there?
you can move. Well, you could, yeah. If you want to dash right there, you certainly can. With your bonus action.
Yep, with my bonus action.
Okay, so-
Thankfully, it is a special. Or no, an action, sorry. An action. They're so close together.
Special. All right, 5,
Special.
20, 25, 30. Or
Oh,
did you
right
want to be
there.
one up above? Okay.
One up above, please.
You still have your action left.
Oh man, it'll get him, but and I'm reading through this pretty quickly, and it's not telling me there's a limit, like a proficiency. I would imagine it's based on my proficiency.
For the
but
turn undead, it's channel
Yeah.
divinity. So you'll be sacrificing your channel divinity to do that. So you
I
couldn't
just
yank a
don't
spell slot.
see it
Right?
anywhere. Yep. Oh, I'm so sorry. I apologize.
You're totally fine.
I don't like keeping everything up. I'm still trying to figure out when to use the holy symbol of Ravenkind, but I know that's more towards vampires, not undead.
It's still good.
I think it has a turn undead too, doesn't it?
It does actually.
It does, but it
Technically, you have
has
And
two
you
charges
save.
of it.
Yeah.
But you still use your own turn undead feature, yeah.
yeah.
If you essentially if you use the
don't
charges on the holy symbol, then if you expend 3 charges, then they all have disadvantage on the save, which is bananas good.
Okay. I think I'm just gonna have to reread the holy symbol of Ravenkind
It's
But-
worth it.
for now. I'm only gonna get one this turn. I feel like that's a waste of a channel divinity, in all honesty. If we're gonna be up against a lot of other stuff. So I'll just take a pot shot if I can.
Sure thing. Against which one? And are you going to
The
cast a
one
spell and
closest.
make a shot or bow shot?
I don't think I can cast a spell because bonus action.
Yes, you can. Because you can bonus action dash as a rogue because they're pretty awesome with your
Always
cunning
forget
action.
about that rogue part. Okay, that's what I meant. Though. It's like I
Alternatively,
can't
like-
cast a spell
Yeah, you've
because I
got,
used the bonus action.
yeah. Well, alternatively, you could flip that around. However you want to structure that, you could action dash and then cast something as a bonus action. Let's say, for example, you could cast something like You could cast Bless on everyone. You could cast Spiritual Weapon as a bonus action instead. What do you want to do?
Let's cast Blast.
Right.
Should be
So
good.
that's people you can see. Rel is not currently in your vision, just FYI. And who's gonna get it?
Okay. Hoyt, Rolak, and we'll go with Knack.
And what's the range on that one? Also 30 feet. Knack is out
Oh,
of it,
it's
so you'll
Percy.
have to cast it at Percy if you don't want to cast it on yourself.
Yeah,
Sounds
sorry.
good. Yeah, I can do it. Percy.
Alrighty, as you guys start glowing, Dagmar, you kind of still clutch the holy symbol of Ravenkind as they start to kind of give a little bit of sheen off of them. Cool beans. Rolak, that brings us to you.
Well, because I was a dumbass and I left the trap there. I thought I was being clever. It's not being clever because now I'd have to move through Hoyt to go through the door.
I will give you this. You technically have a long jump with this stuff. I'll just give you an acrobatics check with a relatively low AC to try to hop across it.
I have disadvantage on ability checks. So.
Yeah, and if you fuck it up, you'll be stuck in a trap. It's fine. What could go wrong?
Yeah, you should totally do that.
So 20, 30.
So I can make it there, correct?
No, because you're running through.
No,
height.
I can make it. With, yes, 5 less. I forgot. Whoa, whoa.
Hide
So
behind Dagmar.
I could go.
Smart.
Well, what I'm trying to do is not get in line of sight of other people, because I
That's
would
fair.
still have. Would she block my line of sight?
Yes. So you could stop there, Eldritch Blast or whatever you might want to do, and then move to the side. Up to you.
That's you read my mind. That's what I was-
Eldritch Blast.
So I will target the close one,
Bart
and
spell over.
since I've got my swords, I'm going to twirl them around to point the hilts, and I'm going to fire 2 shots. First shot,
Ooh,
Natural
baby.
20.
Very nice.
and
As you-
actual good damage rolls.
It is a good damage roll. As you fire into this thing, you see part of the cranium just explode, with the fire kind of flickering out as all of the shards like shrapnel shooting into the side of that. Nice fucking hit, my friend.
All right, the second one. Ooh,
Another hit.
Natural 18. Not as good damage.
It's a little bit bad. Or worse. What the
21
fuck
points
is
is
happening?
not bad for considering I didn't think I was going to hit on either of them.
Hang on.
And
Something
then,
is extremely weird. Hang on just 1 second. Let me reload. Because there might be something wrong.
And that's when he tells you that they have immunity.
well, I
to,
was just going to say I did 21
No,
damage.
this
He's
is-
uninjured, which terrifies
This
me
is the thing just working a little wonky. It won't let me edit, which is insane.
because most of my Eldritch Blasts are going to be doing like 6 damage, and we just did 21, and it was like, yeah,
that
good luck.
maximized extra crit die, man. It's just so fucking good. That's why I love using it. It's fun.
Okay,
Makes
so
it
that
crit feel like a
creature
crit,
is
you know?
still uninjured. Is that correct?
No, I'm just loading back in because I couldn't edit its HP, the tokens.
Oh,
so I was like,
okay.
this is not good.
I was just curious.
I
And
still
then
cannot.
Well, I don't know if you want to take a 5-minute break to look at it or whatever, but all I did was I used the last just because you didn't get to see this because I didn't realize you had loaded out. I used my last 5-bit to move like we talked about, so
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
behind Dagmar, so
That makes
I'm not
sense.
blocking anybody else.
Sure, it's not to hide behind me.
Well, I mean, it doesn't hurt that
Totally
you might
not.
give me a teeny. If they're throwing fireballs, sweetheart, we're both gonna burn. Like that's not gonna matter.
Comforting.
We'll burn as friends. Friends burn together.
Friends.
Friends
Yep.
together. That's how
Friends. Oh! I just got
Friends
Oh,
together.
burned. I don't even need to wait for the fireball.
Oh my god, that is too good.
They notified the burn unit at the hospital. They got a serious case coming in. Jeez.
Yeah, balls. That was a good one. That was a real good one.
I still got a slot for healing though. So.
Undead floating head, immune to fire. I have necrotic damage. So I guess I'll just message it. I don't
Listen.
like you.
That's pretty funny. All right, what I'm
How
gonna
do you think I feel?
Because I think this is a very weird special scenario. Ignore everything to do with, oh man, this is like, whoa, it's tying everyone's, like I'm trying to alter Dagmar's HP on her token, and it makes me change.
really good.
Oh, but I can do this. Okay, we can still do this. This is fine. This is fine. Fuck it.
You want to edit mine?
We're doing it live.
That'd
Fuck
be
it.
great.
All right. Yeah. Huh. This is gonna be fun to fix. But you shoot that first one out, and then the second one kind of just clips it. It is still bobbing and weaving over there. It's still. I hate to use the word alive, but it is still active. Which brings us to Knack. What would you like to do?
Hey. Man, there's not a whole lot I can do against an immune to fire, so I will cast chill touch. Sorry, not chilling. Make sure I'm 120 feet. On the one nearest to me, the one that is badly.
You'll want to move at least here, so you don't have that like awkward wall side kind of blocking the
Okay.
path.
Well, can I just move? Count.
It's perfect.
Yeah. Then I will cast chill touch on it.
$14's not bad. I can't imagine they've got crazy armor. I mean, they are a floating skull. I mean, they're probably pretty elusive.
God, I'm an idiot. Thanks for reminding me, Jeremy.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your 2d8 for it. If it didn't auto roll that.
Oh, it did not. Jeez.
Rel, you are on deck with Hoyt after that.
This is so crazy.
Anybody cares about basketball? The Bucks just won tonight.
Nice.
Good for them.
The who?
Never mind.
Nice.
Wrong crowd.
You move over
No,
to
I
the
know
side.
the Bucks are like a.
You targeted at that. You do half damage of what you would have expected, as it does seem to be resistant to necrotic damage. However, you also can tell that it now has disadvantage on attack rolls against you until the end of your next turn, or its next turn.
All right. Then I will move back over here.
Oh.
Dance.
Then, as my bonus, I will tell. I can command both of them, so I will command them both to stand.
Don't stand. Don't stand. Do stand.
I can give them
right
a
close to
semi-complex instruction, correct?
me. Let me look at it. And what is your command as I'm looking at that again?
So my command would be to stand in line in front of the door, lob an acid, and then move over 5 feet behind cover again, essentially.
Sure.
Okay, that's what I want
He's
to
like,
tell them to
okay.
Alrighty, cool. Is that the end?
do. That's it.
Cool, Rel.
All right, so I have an ability that actually is not showing up on Foundry. It's one of my UA Draconic ones called Chromatic Warding. Starting at 3rd level, as an action, you can channel your Draconic
He's the
energy
cheese
to protect
master.
yourself for 10 minutes. You become immune to fire damage. Once you use this trait, you can't do so again until you finish a long rest. So I'm gonna make myself immune to fire damage.
What is it called again? Remember.
Chromatic Warding. I can make it from.
Yes, it is. That's what it's called.
He's Ball Jenkins. Love it. Get it in there. Start biting him with your lizard.
For a
lips.
brief second, I thought you were the Dragonborn that had the protector with the wings.
No.
I was about to get excited. I've been wanting to see that.
Also, why do I have exhaustion?
We were walking up here in the cold.
We were walking in the cold. You failed one of them.
I don't remember failing them.
Yeah. Me and Clancy failed the first one. You and Clancy failed the second one.
I'm so glad I'm in both scenarios.
You were
Alrighty.
you were the
You just
I
wanted
was,
to be included.
I was sure when that second one happened, I was like, I'm gonna fail it again.
I remember never failing one, but it's
I could
alright.
be wrong, but I thought you did.
I have like really good con saves.
I have advantage. Didn't matter.
I have really good con saves and rolled a fucking natural one, got lycanthropy.
RLRL, you are immune to fire now.
Okay. And
As
then,
they cast a lightning bolt.
Yeah, right.
How long does that last for, Rel?
It lasts for 10 minutes.
Oh shit. Okay.
And I will then move up into room 5. 15.
You're on the trap. You're on the trap. You're on the trap.
Oh, I'm on the trap.
In
Oh,
red
that's the trap
box.
there. Oh, I see. All right. So
It's a trap.
you go back here.
It's a tarp.
It's a tarp.
And go through Hoyt
I
is
will.
difficult terrain, so FYI.
5, 15, 20, 25, 30. I want to stay there, but then it makes us a really tasty fireball target. I mean, I'm immune. You guys are gonna be fucked.
Right.
He just gave away his big play.
Oh, me?
Yeah, you.
No.
And that's an action or a bonus action to activate the chromatic warding.
It's my full action. It is my full action. Yeah, I'll just stay here. And I'll have my turn there.
Alrighty, nothing as a bonus. That brings us to Betty, which is going to hanker on over and very much with disadvantage lob some acid. And that somehow still is a hit. As
Hell yeah.
I think she could lob it through a door. I think she'd have to throw it like Randy Johnson style. Like,
Just right down
it's
the
kind of
Submariner.
it kind of eats away at the side there, and that is going to be 5 points of acid damage, not resisted. And then moves over to the side. Oh, it's your turn.
oh, that was big hurt.
You can tell us what you want to do too.
I'm moving there up front.
You're moving, yeah, he's moving.
He likes to move it.
Just to get some shit off the board. I'm gonna lightning lure that
You're
one
measuring from
to
the
me.
wrong spot, but I think that should work. Because we established it's 15 foot. So, what kind of a save does it? Go ahead and cast a spell. Boom. It is able to resist that as you kind of put the electricity out and you try to get at it. It just moves out of the way. It kind of seems to almost touch upon it, but it's like just barely goes underneath the jawline, kind of flicks off. But the lightning is actually able to release into it.
And as it misses, I'm just gonna snap it like a whip when it comes back to me. And I guess as a bonus action, defensive field.
Roger that.
Find it. There we go. Then I'm done.
Awesome possum. Alrighty, which that brings us to Flame Skulls. They saw this thing.
Oh, goodness.
Flies backwards. And as it yeets itself backwards to about right there, there's another little
Dex
red
check.
thing of energy that seems to gather in its mouth. You get the sense it's the same thing. Is there anybody within 60 feet that can change anything?
Can't see him.
Nah, can't see him. Rel, do you have counterspell?
I did not.
Rolak?
Not we boys. Fuck.
The little mote just flies out, exploding in the middle of all of you guys. I need everyone except for the one who shall not be named and Knack to make me a Dex saving throw, if you would.
Now, with
Rel,
Bardic
don't worry about
Inspiration, with Bardic Inspiration, do I have to announce that I'm going to use it?
No, only with DM Inspiration. Bardic Inspiration, you wait until you see the roll, but before I announce, yes, that is a save or a fail.
And, that's
And I've got
with
Bless too.
You do. And that one should be automatically put in, but Foundry's being hecka weird tonight, so we'll see. Arcana skill check.
Yeah, I meant to click on the tab right underneath it.
Ooh.
Oh shit!
I would like to use my bless, or did it already use it?
It already used
Can't
it.
tell.
It just rolled. It rolled a 3. Yeah, do you see how it has
I
that
rolled a
plus
1
plus
and
1
a
d4?
3.
Yeah. I mean, the 3 is pretty good on the d4. The 1 on the 20, atrocious. Same thing with
Wait,
Drake's.
I have. What kind of damage is this? It's fire damage,
Fire.
not radiant damage. Okay.
Fire!
Alrighty.
Oh, I have something I could do, but I'm like, I don't know if I should do it.
Let me know. I rolled for Betty because you rolled an Arcana skill for.
Nope. It's gonna be worse if I do it. So.
Oh no, you,
No.
that Jeremy, that first roll that was for Betty. I got you now.
Yeah, it was off of Betty's sheet.
Mm-hmm. All
I'm even
right.
good at
Rolak, are you doing your thing?
No, because it'll make me vulnerable to fire
Vulnerable.
10 minutes, and I think that's even
And you
worse
become
than.
incapacitated until the ice is melted off. So don't forget about that.
No,
Hold
just
on.
till my next turn.
Never mind.
That's it.
Yep, use your reaction, and I become incapacitated. These effects end when the ice melts. So I basically I have a 50 hit point bubble.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is that I'd be vulnerable to fire damage,
All right.
and that's all these fuckers have. I'm guessing.
In this case, as Rel doesn't even care to move, you just kind of like "Argh!" buff yourself against this as the red scales across you, just scintillating with more power and just like glowing off, and the fireball hits just behind you, rocking out. All right, Betty fails. Drake obviously. Rolak fails. Hoyt actually succeeds. Percy fails. Dagmar fails. Sal fails, but he don't give up. Alrighty, so Hoyt, you're the only one who takes half damage, which is going to be 10 points of fire damage. You're not resistant to fire, right?
Nope.
Alrighty, Rel, you take no damage. Dagmar, you take 21 points of fire damage. I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw to try and maintain concentration on Bless. You do.
There you go.
Would have been nice to have that roll for the other, but you know.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Rolak, you take 21 points of fire damage. Do you want to roll a concentration saving throw or a con saving throw to maintain concentration on your Detect Magic?
Detect magic.
There's
No,
a lot
no,
of
we're
magic that comes off of them. You're 100% sure of that. No question about
good. Yeah,
it.
we're good. I'll just drop it.
Alrighty, let me double check. There's nothing else magical in this hallway that seems to stand out to you, but I might have to take backsies on that one. And then Percy, you also take 21
The only question
points
I'd ask is, does the body on the ground or anything around it put off anything magical, or the doors?
Yeah, remind me of that later. I do.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes to the doors or yes to the body?
Yes to the body.
Okay.
Apparently, underneath it all, you see, for just like a split second before the fireball goes off, you see like this beautiful spell book with all of these spells as it just gets completely incinerated. Just kidding. It already got incinerated. It looks like the dead body on the floor actually got fireballed as well in a very similar manner. However, underneath the body, kind of crumpled over, you see a long staff that is completely pristine, no scorch marks upon it, and these few just like weird crystalline growth seem to be coming out of it, like this turquoise light blue. Knack, sorry, thank you for doing the out of thingamajig for so long?
Betty actually has magical resistance, so I'm going to roll another dex save.
Ooh. Much
Well, if
better.
I survive, I'll tell you all about the staff if I survive.
So she ends up saving.
Alrighty. And then Scoliosis is going to stay right where he is at. Next. Shit.
A name for the scoliosis.
That's so stupid. It is going to cast. It'll probably just zoom back a little bit as well to like right here, and then it will actually fly through here. I think. I don't know. It will stay right here, and then cast magic missile at 3rd level at Rel. As its eyes now start to glow red.
Shield.
As they all come out, go ahead and cast your spell.
Shield.
Perfect.
No damage from magic missile.
As he's just going full tank mode. And then this thing is going to fly outward. Alrighty, as the one who shall not be named ever again by Jeremy is going to run over here. Ooh, it's a long throw. Is it going to be able to do that? 120 feet? I think so.
Makes no sense.
Extreme disadvantage with throwing past someone, so this is going to be bad, but let's see how it goes.
No,
80
Ryan.
2 natty 17s with the disadvantage. That is barely a hit. Very nice.
Look at
God. You're literally like throwing this curveball that's like weaving like one Angelina Jolie wanted style down the hall.
It's a wiffle ball. That's what it is.
Oh, dude, if you've ever seen some of those wiffle ball pictures, that stuff is insane.
Thank you for leaving my office, Rail.
I can't move my character for some reason.
Because it's not your turn.
It's not your turn.
Oh, my bad.
That's
So it's
the
my turn.
precise
Oh,
reason,
explain
actually.
it. Yeah.
As the skull flies back and kind of pushes itself through that little spot right there. And it is going to...
It is now uninjured.
We
a
heard a
different one.
different one.
It's
We
a
heard
different one.
This one hasn't cast Fireball yet.
Oh, wonderful!
No, he did. He got counterspelled.
Yeah, it got counterspelled and then it flew out.
Yeah, I did. That
It
was the first thing they did.
flies
Oh, yeah,
out
that's
of-
3.
It flies out of what it believes to be safe range for not get counterspelled by Knack as it casts another spell. The little red mote gathers in its mouth. Percy, it seems to be within your counterspell range.
Is it?
Mhm.
I can't see it. Is the problem.
Technically, kind of you can.
Okay, I'm
Oh,
just
technically,
being
I
fair.
guess shit. No, you can't. It can see the square that you're affected by, but it doesn't. Shit. Yeah, technically you can't see it. Shit.
I mean, you could always play a smart mob and move it where you can see it.
Well, it was trying. Like, I was gonna give it the benefit of knowing exactly where Knack is, obviously. So with that, what it's going to do is move out of Knack's range, so that it doesn't get affected by that, because it is a smart little skull, but it didn't know that Percy does have the spell, right? However, technically Percy can't see it from there. So, Chris, heads or tails? I like having dice decide this stuff.
Tails.
Heads it is.
Well, I'll get my deck save ready again.
I was about to say.
Let me just get that ready for you. As that is going to be another big old explosion of rockets.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
This time it's going to, however, try and focus on getting Knack knocked.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, as the other thing goes blowing out, and you guys are just like, fuck! The thing explodes once more. That is... Oh, does that actually affect Clancy? No! Dagmar is excluded where it's placed. All right, Rolak, Percy... Here, I'll just do this. Hang on.
It's me, I'm here! Hit me!
She knows a good portion of my...
Rolak, you don't have to worry about rolling again.
Yeah, I was gonna say, sorry. I had it up because I knew it was coming.
Yeah, it's all good. Alrighty, cool. Knack, you survive. You save.
How come I didn't get my bless?
Oh yeah, roll me a d4.
Yeah, I did.
No, it didn't. That's the.
I did.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
So 19 total for me.
All right, that is a save. Get out of here, Sal. You're not targeted. Trying to.
Did that roll advantage for Betty and Master Pain?
Yeah, that did not. Not even a little bit. All right, I'm just gonna roll twice on here. Shit, I shouldn't. Well, here are the two rolls. We'll just use those two. Those two rolls were 12 and 18 in succession, so that one would have been actually barely saves on both of them. All right, cool. Going down the line, Knack first. You save, taking only 12 points of fire damage, my friend. All right, further up, Rolak, you also save, taking only 12 points of fire damage. Anything fancy?
Nope.
When you know the value. Then there is Betty, who saved, taking 12. And the other one also saved, taking 12. And at the bottom, though, we have Percy. You didn't have anything that could change stuff, right? Okay.
Can't
For
see
Percy,
him.
that is going to be a full 25 points of fire damage.
Oh.
As Percy goes unconscious. All right, the explosion kind of rockets forth once more as this thing then wiggles out of this room once more. Percy, it is your turn. Go ahead and make me a death saving throw.
Yeah.
Bless still applies to that, so that is an 18. Very well done. Dagmar.
Percy's within 30 feet of me.
He is.
All right.
Can I use my reaction to say something to Dagmar?
Sure.
I'm just gonna, as I see her kind of like look back at him, I'm gonna just tell her and go, I've got him.
She's got a bonus action special for her class, my man.
Okay.
What she do? It's up to
I
you.
was just using my.
Appreciate it.
And it's a cantrip, so she still has her full action one way or another.
That's right.
A cantrip?
Oh, I don't know what you're doing. What are you planning on doing? If
Well,
one
healing.
thing that you could do is spare dying, but you can also absolutely heal.
Yeah, I was like, I mean, I get where you're going with here, but I'd rather have Percy up.
Well, since I used a reaction metagame, I have Lay on Hands, which doesn't take a spell slot, and he's within range, so I can walk over and heal him for 1 point, which was the reason I was using my reaction to tell you I have him. That's
Fair
what Drake
enough.
is. But do whatever you want.
I figured I'd do Cure Wounds since my bonus as the cleric is he'd get the full.
Go fucking do whatever you want, girl. I was just trying to help.
I would like both of them.
Yes, Percy.
So,
The Flame Skull would put up its hand to the skull, saying, like, I'm going to get smarter too. I'm just kidding. What do you guys do, Dagmar?
What do you guys do, Dagmar?
Yeah, what do all four of you do, Dagmar?
What does the council decide? It's good. It's good. That's an action, and I'm
You got to move over to him, though. That's the one big one.
not for Cure Wounds, not with my Grave Cleric.
Um,
Grave Cleric for Cure Wounds instead of being touched, I have 30 feet.
That is awesome. What is that ability called again? I'm trying to remember what
grab
it
it.
is.
Because for whatever reason, Foundry
No.
doubled all of my active abilities.
Nope. So you're conflating two different things. It's Circle of Mortality. At first level,
Circle
gain the
Mortality?
ability to manipulate the line between life and death. When you would normally roll one or more dice to restore hit points with a spell to restore a creature at 0 hit points, you instead use the highest number possible for each die. Period. Separately, in addition, you learn the
Spare the
spare,
die. Gotcha.
and that has a bonus action range for you, so or casting time, and a range of 30 feet. So Spare the Dying is extended, Cure Wounds is not. But you could bonus action over to him. So bonus action dash, run over to him, Cure Wounds, boop him for a full 8 plus your Wisdom modifier. So he would gain 11 for sure.
Fuck it, let's just do that and get this turn so we can keep things going.
Alrighty, 5, 10, 20. You boop him back into consciousness. Go ahead and cast Cure Wounds if you would.
Percy's just gonna react to him and be like, I saw the light.
But it's the 1d8 full.
Yeah. Already counted that off. And then you have another 10 feet from where you are.
I can see clearly now, the pain is gone.
Fireball wouldn't care if I tried to hide in that corner.
It does wrap around corners, yes.
Yeah.
I'll stay where I am.
Okay, alright. That brings us to Rolak.
All right. Well, let's see. We'll go saying I can't move there.
Is Blitz staying on me, out of curiosity?
Where are you trying to move?
I'm
Oh yeah,
here.
there's technically, yes, Bless does stay on that as long as Dagmar maintains concentration. You can, it's just an awkward wall. Let me move you and then we're good.
So that'd be 20 feet. I wanted to see what I could see through those slits. That's what I was hoping I could see.
Couple of
Okay,
skulls.
so I'm gonna target my same boo from earlier, and I'm going Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
First one. That's terrible. Good damage.
Yeah,
but
plus you're-
terrible.
The awkward thing is you are kind of shooting through. They're kind of hovering at about the same space because they didn't move up or down. So yeah, that one is a miss. You have a second shot. You don't have
Oh,
spell
you're trying to
sniper,
say
right?
that? No, you're
Okay.
Okay, I understand what you're saying. So then, can I move my other 10 feet and then fire my second shot?
Sure.
So I could move here.
You shoot, see it and kind of like shit as you move up to the next slot, trying to shoot, and this time it's a hit.
For 1 damage.
For one damage. Damage is applied. You don't have Hex? Remind me?
No.
Who would pick that? That would be such an absurd spell to have.
I can't concentrate on Hex and Spirit Shroud at the same time, so
Absurd.
You call
And-
yourself a warlock. I'm just kidding.
I know, right?
I don't want to do anything with my bonus action, so that ends my turn.
Alrighty, that brings us to Knack Attack.
Those sons of bitches. God, there's so many people. Get out of the hallway!
You wave your staff around wildly.
Just like yelling incoherently. And then I will cast Chill and Touch on the furthest.
Chilled Touch has been cast. Would you like that chilled, my liege? Alright. Despite the fact that you're shooting it through one metric fuckton of people, you somehow maneuver the little ghostly skeletal hand as kind of like slow-mo dodges in between all of these people and then just boops the creature right on the head. That is a hit.
Sweet. And that does half damage. I don't have anything from a bonus, so I will just move back. Boop. And that ends my turn.
Well,
Alrighty, I will move my full 30 feet. Oh, I see a near death.
I see you
there he
moving
is.
around and measuring more shit.
Let's see. bonus action, we are going to drop that fancy. Where is it? Why are my features all gone?
They might have just gotten rearranged. What are you looking for?
Hexblade's Curse.
If you have the filter at the top right, don't forget, if you click on bonus action, it will only show you stuff that you can do as a bonus action. It's super handy to have.
Oh, it was on action, and that's why it wasn't showing anything.
Like,
So,
yeah,
okay.
technically a bonus action is one of your
Hexblade's
active
Curse.
abilities. Yeah. All right, who's going to get targeted? That one?
This baddie over here.
Alrighty.
And then I'm gonna go that Rolex guy. He's onto something. Let me try and do what he's doing over here. I'm gonna shoot an Eldritch Blast.
Alrighty. I'll give
For 10 damage.
even though you're shooting
Plus.
through a narrow spot, which technically gives both of you guys 3/4 cover against each other, unless you did what you do with Rolex, which is move right up next to it, when then you get 3/4 and they don't. This is with 3/4 cover. A 15, however, still a hit.
Oh.
As that annihilates that skull. You just like take all of your power together. It kind of looks like hyper heated flame that kind of condenses down, becomes blue, and then suddenly just completely see through, shoots out and shatters it. It gets jet engines to death.
Alright, and then I gain HP equal to my Warlock level plus my Charisma modifier. So 6 HP. And I got one more blast, so I will
You
hit
just
the other one.
took a lot of health off of yourself. I don't know what you did there.
Oh, whoops.
Where are you at?
I was at 52.
All right, that's another hit.
Big 4 damage.
All right, applied as you just like shoot at the first one, shoot at the second one. That brings us to the end of your turn, I believe, which brings us to Betty instead.
Randy Johnson.
Bonafide Betty. Bonafide Betty.
She's gonna need to start playing for the Rangers.
Then no Drake. Never mind.
What's that?
Almost made an inappropriate joke. Never mind.
All right, she's going to lob that acid real good, and that is going to be, ooh, if she hadn't had disadvantage, that would have been a natural 20, but instead it is a miss. Almost hits Rel in the back. And then she's going to move back. As commanded. Hoyt, it is your turn.
All right.
Also, thank you for the sub, Spider.
Can't hit anybody from here, but since this one blasted my friend, I'm gonna toss out something with new flavor. I'm
Say
gonna
hello to my friend.
cast magic missiles at
Very nice.
this one, and I'm trying to think of how many it is.
It depends on what level you cast it at.
It's gonna be first level.
Then it's going to be 3. Yeah,
So
just go
as
ahead go for it.
all right, hold on. So as I cast it, 3 of the ravens on my armor glow, and they almost materialize and shoot out towards the entity as they fly into him, and you see them pecking, and then all of a sudden they swoop into him.
Alrighty. As the skull remembers one of its key abilities, as you mentioned that, and it casts shield on itself, and nothing happens. Which could have turned aside some of the hits on the first skull to go down, but sometimes a DM be DMing. And as you see the fiery shield kind of appear all of these electrical ravens kind of just skitter out to nothing.
I'm done.
Alrighty, no bonus action, fancy shield.
Oh, yeah. Why not?
Alright, that's gonna bring us to Flame Sculiona, who is losing the shield right away, which is nice from that perspective at least. Alright, looking at what it can see here.
Which one is that one, David? Is that the one still in the hall
North.
with us, or the one that?
Mm-hmm. It is going to suddenly just like start to shimmer and shift around, and as it does, you can see that suddenly its edges seem to blur as it is casting that spell upon itself. And then flies into that corner, stays there. This boy's gonna move over to the side too. Already has disadvantage on this anyway, so makes that acid lob throw with a natural 3. That's a total miss, and moves back. Ooh. Back behind, as that is going to bring us to this Flame Skull, which is going to hate that its buddy just died. But what can it still do? It moves back behind you, and as it moves over there, it is going to cast Magic Missile at 2nd level. Alright, Rolak, do you have the shield spell? As you see the red missiles starting to fly towards you.
I do.
You don't? You do?
No, I do.
Alright, you might want to cast it.
He says, "No, I'm good."
Well,
Alright.
no, I'm trying
That's
to
good.
figure out how to not consume pack magic and cast it. Oh, okay, there we go.
Alrighty, as that takes your reaction, but your shield spell goes up and saves you from 18 points of force damage, which would have absolutely knocked you on your ass. It is going to... over this way. Percy, it is your turn. You are prone as you see the magnificently pale face of Dagmar.
I'm gonna open my eyes and kind of look at her and be like, "Well, shit, with a save like that, you could be a Baptist preacher." And I'm gonna stand up. And I'm gonna take a step over, so that's half my movement.
And that'll be your full movement to get to right there.
And that puts me... And I will cast a Chill Touch.
Alrighty. Casting through shenanigans, you also have disadvantage because it is now blurred. So go ahead and roll me just another d20. That sadly is a miss, as you kind of try to find where the skull is and pin it down with your own skeletal hand that kind of flies out, but it kind of nicks almost right, and you yank it to the side because you don't want to not make friends with your new people, and then it just kind of shatters across that little dip of a wall right there, and you're like, God damn it.
And I'm gonna look over at Dagmar, and I'm just gonna look her right, like dead into her soul, and just be like, "Did I ever tell you you're my hero?" And I will give her a bardic inspiration.
I got there was a best bardic inspiration after that. Alrighty. Right,
That's all I can do.
You are inspired. Dagmar, it's your turn.
Skull is blurred. I can't move much. What's it gonna take to move this damn trap out of the door?
It'll just be, I'd say an object interact, but here's the thing. If you just try to yank it out of the way, it'll probably trigger. If you're trying to do this carefully and make sure it doesn't trigger on you, it'll be your full action to do that. Up to you.
Just...
Punch Percy in the face and make him fall over and step over my body.
Boop.
Like Ace Ventura and Pet Detective, just push him down on the coals and walk over.
I'll use an action to carefully move it. This will clear up some space for Betsy and Betty and he who shall not be named as well.
Master Pain?
Master Pain.
Master P.
Alrighty, bonus action left and 15 feet of movement. As you kind of carefully push it to the side, the chain kind of rattling behind it.
15 feet of movement. That'll bring me... I could go right about there. Or I guess one lower.
Yeah, you can make it right there.
Okay.
It's
cool.
just because of like the wall. I got you.
Yeah.
Kind of limp over there as you are. You're technically within the distance that a spiritual weapon can be cast at the creature.
Yeah, but I don't have any first level spell slots yet, and like I only have 3 at the second level.
True. That is true.
Kind of want to
very
take by 3. So I did my part by clearing the path.
I do my part. You do see there's a door to your left, and you kind of trip over the corpse right there. As Rolik didn't say anything about the staff, you do see as the staff kind of is revealed there, and you look down and it's like, well, this is interesting.
I'm not gonna touch it, not be cursed.
But there is a door on your left. You could bonus action dash if you want.
I don't want to touch any doors. I don't want to invite more people to this combat right now.
Oh, this is Ghouls Anonymous. Just don't worry about it, please.
What's behind door number 1?
Let's make a deal.
So we've got some Phloem Skulls. I know you guys hate your neighbors. Come on, we can make something happen here.
I'm good. I wanna move it along.
Rolak. Your shield disappears, but you are still alive.
I'd like to move up to the one that's blurred. So right there is 30 feet.
Alrighty.
And I'm going to start swinging. Let's try to chop this
And I
thing
just
down.
started swinging. Anything as a bonus?
Nope.
Alrighty, you swing down, but forgot to roll with disadvantage, so just roll me a d20.
Oh, I forgot they're blurred. I apologize.
It's all good. 2 natural 9s, that is a hit.
Okay, controls disadvantage?
Yes. And hold up, 1 sec. 2 natural 16s, Jesus Christ, this is uncanny. I gotta do something real quick. As... maintains concentration, the second one is a hit as well.
Question. Because it's an undead, do I get to hold on, I'm pretty sure the Sun Sword does additional damage to undead. I gotta go D&D Beyond. I'm like 90% sure it does an additional 1d8 to undead. As he's shaking. Yes, it does. So I'm assuming the Flaming Skull is undead.
It's sure shit is.
Sure as shit.
That's the first hit was 10 radiant damage. Because that's 3 additional damage. And
Still,
then the second
still saved.
saved?
It's
on
maintaining
its
concentration.
yeah. And then the second hit hits it. You said with the 26, and that would be for 12 radiant
Nice.
damage.
Still standing and fails concentration.
Okay. And then with my bonus action, I will swing with my regular sword And I'm assuming that a 9 misses, even though I
Yeah.
forgot to roll a disadvantage.
Yeah.
It'll be-
No, you didn't have to because blur dropped.
Oh, yeah, blur drop.
Mhm.
That's why I didn't do it.
As your golden sword kind of is shining out, you run over, you put 2 big old creases with your laser sword into that thing. As the blur disappears and you try to strike, it is able to dodge out of the sword's way.
Okay. My armor's still fucking wrong. So frustrating. Anyway, ends my action.
Alrighty. What should it be? 18, right?
Yeah, my base armor should be 18, and then when I pull my swords out, it should go to 19.
How's your base armor? 18.
Because I'm wearing chainmail, and
Chainmail
then
is normally 16, 17 with your protection, and then how do you get another +1 before you get?
Oh no, yes, I apologize. It should be 18.
Okay.
It should be my armor should be 18.
Yeah, I
Yep.
think a lot of the automation just broke tonight. Like
Yeah,
dealing with it on the fly as best as I can, but there's a lot of shit that is whack.
My longsword also, just as an FYI, should not have that +3 on it.
Oh, well,
because it's not a pack weapon.
yeah.
any
Would you
longer.
mind changing that really quick on the
Yep,
fly?
I will. I just saw that. I got you.
Appreciate you, Knack.
All right, I'm going to surprise, move over and cast Chill Touch.
When the caster becomes the marshal, what is happening? Alrighty, hey, thankfully this
Ooh.
time it was not with disadvantage over that juicy -5 as you cast it at it. That's a hit, and 6 points of necrotic damage is enough to toast Sucker. As that kind of puts it on there, and you can almost feel this telepathic link between the skeletal hand and yourself as you just like press down, and then Rolak, you kind of look back as you see Anak just like bleeding and burned, and as he puts his hand down, the skull before he just explodes.
Dealing 47 damage of fire.
Unfortunately, it's not a leveled spell, so I don't get any health back for that. But I'm gonna move back.
Move back.
And that'll end my turn. And then I'll tell my alchemist, staying here with me. If anything comes to attack us, attack it.
Alrighty. They kind of turn towards you and just like kind of look down at what they've been doing and just nod. Ral, it's your turn.
All right, Raul's gonna look to see where this last guy is. Not there. Oh,
And
there he
you
is.
kind of see it hovering right there. Yeah.
Does he not have cover because I'm right up on this thing?
Correct.
Alrighty. Well then, all I got is Eldritch Blast.
That's a
So
hit.
I'm gonna Eldritch Blast. And then
Yeah, they're
we're
not
gonna do it again.
Enough.
Maybe not.
Does a miss as he casts shield.
Cast shield. Did he really cast shield?
Yeah.
Okay.
The DM remembers this time.
And then I'm gonna move back to where I was. And I'm gonna have my turn.
Alrighty, that brings us to Betty, who's going to stay in here and just kind of like play with a little bit of acid in her hands as she just kind of starts protecting you. Wait. She readies her action to lob acid if something comes in.
I'm trying to get where I can see this damn thing in there.
Yeah, you saw that Rel was able to hit something from there. I do like the idea though that the probably just like fucking kind of like hops out as these like very much human built arrows. Let's just like fucking hey, just shit this, and then you
Yeah,
kind of see it hovering there as you finally stop at that spot.
Can't do anything, and I do not want to cast a spell on it. So bonus action,
Spell on it.
Can I just double, like, use my full movement plus my action to move again, like the dash?
You can dash and move another 25 feet. Yes.
So I'm back down in this. It was. I'm in there.
Alrighty. All right.
No, I can't do that. So, go ahead.
Least favorite child is going to step over here, kind of play with its acid. Look at Percy, like it's almost ready to throw at him. Look back towards Unac, see you just shaking your head a little bit, and it just kind of hangs its skeletal head as it is the flame squid.
Play with his acid.
As we're all want to do every once in a while, you know. Right. This Skull Basher, what is he going to do?
Just a little acid play.
Oh no, gross, dude. Just gross.
Oh
Ew.
my god.
That's just no.
Sweet fucking Christmas.
Percy seems very enthusiastic about what he does.
Suddenly, Hoyt,
I
next
think
to
it just
you.
took wisdom damage.
Yeah, I know, right? We lost a viewer for that one. You're welcome. As priceless. Suddenly, you see this fiery sphere kind of appear right next to you, Hoyt, as you just like, what the? As the thing goes towards you and tries to ram into you. I need you to make me a dex saving throw if you would.
Wonderful. Hold on. No, I'll take that.
Yeah, I was about to say, what you whining about?
All right, the 2 points of fire damage is reduced to 1.
Hells yeah.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Alrighty, you take 1 point of pathetic fire damage. Wait, as you get booped. And then the thing is gonna fly.
Singe me on my damn facial hair.
Percy.
Okay, so Percy is going to move. I'm gonna kind of look over at Hoyt for instruction and kind of see, can he tell me where anything's at?
It's in there.
As you're still.
Can I tell where he pointed? I can't see where he pointed.
Like-
Just pointing through one of the arrow slits.
Okay, thank you. I was like,
Pointed over
okay.
there.
And shit, I guess that's gonna end my turn. Right? I can't see the damn thing. Yeah, I'll end my turn there. Can't see anything.
Alrighty, you're not within the flames radius. Let me double check on that. I believe that is correct. Yes. Nothing is in action? No spellerinos? Oh yeah, I forget your full offense bard. That's right.
I have a whole bunch of control stuff. I just can't see anything.
Alright, Dagmar, it's your turn.
Alrighty. I can hobble my way.
Hobble my way, but
Just start opening
Not
doors. We need
walking
something to fight.
hobble fast. 'Cause I know this life crutch won't last. Diddly diddly dee. Diddle diddle diddle.
Jesus Christ. So 5. Damn, I forgot the control for the nice little mapping. Damn it. It's not. Space activates it.
It's
Left
holding
click to place
control,
it.
and then yeah.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
Watch out, that's gonna be stupid stuff in the
Yep.
way. But I can move you through that. Where would you like to end up?
Oh, 30 feet, I guess. So, I guess right there?
Alrighty. And release.
Oh,
As you hobble your way on over there.
don't see anything. So. Oh, right. I'm out of first level spell slots. Cool. Oh, shoot. I can't see it, so. Little out of luck, I think, right now.
That's it. You could always, as an action,
We're
dodge.
going to. Does resistance stack with bless?
Yes, because it does something different.
Cool. Now who to choose? Percy or
No,
Hoyt?
no, do not do that. I see. I think I misunderstood your question. It will interrupt the concentration on bless.
Oh, duh, it's concentration based. I'm sorry, guys. I am out of my game today. I'm gonna end my turn here just to keep things moving along quick.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
Don't rush your turn because you're worried about getting to other people's turn.
Yeah. We get it.
I just don't think I have a lot that I can do without seeing the creature, and I already took my movement, and I'm not about to move into that fire sphere.
Oh, girl, I thought about for 5 seconds saying, fuck it,
No.
Missy step through the wall and let's see what fucking happens,
You
boys.
start opening doors, or use your action to run further, or take the dodge action, or just stab Rel as you're going down the hall. Like,
Yes, I second the
Where
last
is-
one, 100%.
Oh, here we go.
jokes aside.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is good.
don't worry about doing crazy shit. Just do whatever makes your heart happy.
I'll take the dodge action then.
Roger
There
that.
you go.
Say I did something.
Good. She does the dance. All right, roll
I'm
out.
just standing in the closet like,
Move here, 5 feet. Open the door.
As you kind of open the door into this place, there's actually one thing missing from it, because of course it is. Let me get the lights. There's more.
it's a lich.
As it looks up from its little meal of souls and just like, what are you doing here? But what you see inside of this room, really quick, Rolak, is the following. Torches in there are torches and sconces that illuminate a dining table in the center of this room. Covering the table is a magnificent feast that fills the hall with the rich smells of cooked meat, sweet vegetables, and piping hot gravy and wine. The ceiling in here is about 20 feet high, and you see that there's a door on the east side here.
Okay. Since combat's 6 seconds, in 6 seconds, I'm going to yell back to the group. There's a magical staff under that body, and there's a dining room with another door. As that and then, so that was 5 feet of movement. There's 15, so that'd be
Percy
20
looked
feet.
excited.
I'll move there, so it's 20 feet. I just wanted to make sure there wasn't anything gonna like attack me as soon as I run in.
Y'all, I'm so excited for Sleepy Cell emojis. They're gonna be
25.
so good.
We'll go ahead
By
and
the
open
way,
this
man,
door.
you're MVP tonight, man. No, you already had your. Unless you want to use your action for it.
Yeah, I'm using my action
Okay, where you
because
at?
I'm
All right.
I used my action to open that door.
Well, you can't
Leave-
dash and do that at the same time. Which
No,
that
I
would
didn't.
take
I
a
had
dash.
5 feet left. I opened it and I had 5 feet left, so I moved there.
Yeah, but you would be right here. Because that's
Ow.
5,
5,
10,
10, 15,
15,
20.
20, 25, 30.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
second
yeah, yeah,
diagonal.
you're right.
It gets
You're right.
everybody. So you step out
Okay.
there, and what you see here, let me give quick descriptions. You see a black marble balcony that overhangs the northwest corner of this temple, the floor of which lies 30 feet below. You see nearly half the balcony has fallen away, and obvious cracks have formed near the ragged edge here. Now, on past that point, what you can see right here is this massive statue. It's 40 feet tall, carved out of granite, and you see it depicting some kind of weird, faceless god. As you look upon it, it just seems foreboding, and you kind of just like get this weird sinking feeling in your stomach just looking upon it.
That ends my turn.
All right, Naki.
So I hear him yell about a staff under a body.
Huh?
So now he finally leaves the fucking room he's been in for the last 2 hours.
No, right?
The snapping
is
turtle
correct.
brings its head out.
Immediately,
Okay, you run over. You see the interesting, kind of like what seems like white birch wood, like lacquered staff with weird like blue crystals kind of coming at the top as you kind of pick it up and look upon it, it's instantly, absolutely instantly clear to you that this thing is A, magical, and B, likely so magical that you'll probably need attunement for it.
I can probably pew-pew with this later.
Oh boy.
Betty, Master P,
Clicker.
come in here and protect me while I figure this out.
Clicker, clacker, clicker, clicker. Well,
All right, let's see if I can find this fucking flame skull again.
oral.
Come, go back to the room we started in and go through the door.
So that was 20 feet. You moved to like right there. So you had your 5, 10, 15.
What's this fire underneath me?
There's a flaming sphere just kind of burning currently by Hoyt.
That's fine. It doesn't hurt me.
As you guys watch him just full on just step through the
Just walks
fire.
through it like the T-1000.
15, 20.
I
Well, I mean, you
completely
stepped.
forgot there's another
You
door.
can't just step into his space and then do that. So
I know,
I'm gonna
I know.
pause you, Rel. As you're moving there, you're dashing now. As you moved into Hoyt's turn and try
That's
to
fine.
move back. So 30,
That's fine.
35. What would you like to do?
Keep going.
South?
Down. Yeah, yeah.
Shawty's going
I'm
down,
gonna go
down.
Far into the first room.
All right, here you go. You rush up right next to Knack, who's just
Hey.
holding a staff with a little bit of
I
slobber.
take his new staff.
Snatched.
No, I my turn there.
All right, he sounds good. Betty, ever subservient animated Betty's gonna just stand right there. Wait, if you stay in this flaming sphere, you get the sense you're gonna be burning. What would you like to do?
Move up to the next porthole. Just take a little longer, look through it. That's where I
Before
would
you
like
do that, I will say you saw Rel kind of like peek through it and try to get a hold and didn't see anything and like kept running, kind of pushing you out of the way, trying to look through that hole, couldn't see anything and kept dashing. So you get the sense that Rel, looking through those same holes, wasn't able to see anything, and he has like a whole foot on you.
going to that door and taking a peek inside.
Alrighty. You rush on over, and as you kick the door open with gusto, what you see in
Damn
here
right.
is
Where
stone
we all
blocks that resemble tables stand in the center of this room covered in dust. Carved into the stone walls are niches filled with hundreds of dusty bottles. Cobwebs hang from wooden ladders that lean against the wall. You can tell the ceiling here seems to be about 15 feet high. And overall, you see the bottles do contain some kind of dried up remains of potions from probably a long time ago.
It's kind of like an alchemy lab in a way.
Kinda.
Okay. I mentioned that to Rail and the people in my close proximity.
Sorry. As a DM, I was just laughing because I just imagine the first person to ever watch our stream come in here and is like, what the fuck is this VTT? A VTT for ants? I was like, well, when your party's like 150 feet away from each other, you're like, yeah, that's what you see. Oh wait, that's the VTT power though. You can do that. You have another
Actually, I
10
think I
feet of
still-
movement. Move on in. Yeah, I got you.
I'm going in.
He's going in. Alrighty. Those are 5-foot squares. This one is not beefy. It just shows you which of the squares are already affected by it, Tyler. It's a good question, though.
All right, so I'm in here looking around.
Looking around. All right. Runs on over. Protect. Flame skull turn. All right. You see the thing kind of rev backwards, seemingly kind of rolling into the middle of the hallway, Percy, make me a dex saving throw if you would. Alrighty, you are able to dodge out of the way. You still take 4 points of fire damage, however. As that is gonna end its turn in there, pretty much the spot right here. And then... Suddenly, you hear massive cracks and fiery explosions against that east door as it starts to burn. A second shot seems to come in, shooting the door completely open. So that bottom east door is just completely in tatters now.
That's behind us?
Down below where you guys originally came from. Percy.
The first row.
Oh, shit.
Drake feels so validated yet so frustrated at the same time.
I just had to mute my mic because I was going to just start talking during everybody's turn, so that's why my mic's up. I'm paying attention, but I was just this is my way of staying quiet.
You good, you good. Let's see, maybe I can focus in a little bit. I can see something at least. E23 for hands.
Based on where I was standing, when I saw him pick up that staff, would it have matched the description of the staff my mother told me about?
No. For the one that your mother told you about, seems to have a winged quality to it. This one has like these crystals up top. Mm-hmm.
Cool. Curious. And I heard the door. I was able to hear the door, right? From where I am.
Yeah.
I mean,
all of you guys heard
okay.
the door to the south splinter open.
And that was this one, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just trying to be clear. I understood what was happening. So I'm gonna obviously freak out and turn around. I will take a step over here.
Freak out. Diddle diddle diddle.
And coughing and bleeding. I'm gonna move in here with Hoyt. And with my bonus action, I can't. You put the symbol on people. I put it on, right?
Yeah, Hoyt has it. It's that little swirly one. Dagmar has it.
Oh, the swirly one. I thought it was the arrow. Is what I was looking for.
No. The arrow is the reaction. The user reaction. So
Oh,
you could
my
throw
bad.
it at Ralph, for example, right now.
Ro, did you use the one I gave you earlier?
You didn't give
Wait,
him one?
never mind. I gave Hoyt one earlier. Never mind. Ignore me. I will give a bardic inspiration to Nax in worse shape, so I will give one to Nax. And because I'm hurting, I'm just gonna be like, "Here you go," and I'm just gonna lean back and be like, "Mother."
Yeah.
Well, then I've used 2. Who did I give the other one to?
No, there are 3 outstanding. You give Hoyt, Dagmar, and now Rel one. So you have given out 3. So you have 2 left now.
No, he gave it to Knack, not me.
Oh, sorry. No, yeah, he did. I have it on Knack. For you, the fiery symbol is just you being immune to fire right now. The other symbol is you having exhaustion.
Okay. And as my action, I will take the dodge action, I guess.
Alrighty.
And that'll end my turn.
Alright, Dagmar, you are no longer dodging as nothing is coming to get you. Apparently. Except then you realize, oh wait, the door blew open.
And
And there's a
I
fiery
apologize.
sphere.
There's so much happening. The door is the main entrance door we would have gone through, or the secret entrance. Like, there's so many doors.
No,
I'm sorry.
this one right here.
Okay, cool. And Hoyt went through that one. Okay. So hard to keep track of everybody. We're splitting the party so much.
It's fine. Now, if you guys had done that in the
Relax,
beginning,
you good?
man, my fireballs would have totally sucked.
I was gonna see if I should run to Rolak, but
I'm pretty far. I mean, you'd have to you have to yell at me.
Hooty hoo!
I don't feel like opening more doors until we're ready. So I guess I'm moving back.
Alrighty. And you can definitely move by this spot right here, and you're not affected.
Okay, sweet. I always forget to press in control first. Can I kind of get through the door, or at least see what everyone else is looking at?
For sure. I'll move you
Okay.
just because that silly wall extending out. Right click. Yeah.
There we go.
All right, with 20 feet of hobble movement, you kind of move over there and you see the same thing that I described earlier, like this ancient potion storage room of sorts.
Can I move that last diagonal
Sure thing.
just to be out of the way? Cool.
You've got another 5 feet if you want it.
Oh,
least.
25. Okay. Might as well move up one more. Yep. Cool. I think that's about it. I guess I'll take another dodge just in case.
Alrighty, another dodge coming in. Brolak, it is your turn. As Percy and Dagmar just kind of dancing back and forth.
My god, he's so far.
You see about level with you over there, behind that little bit of banister, is the floating skull once more.
Yeah, I'm trying to see how far that is, because when I measure it's so zoomed out I can't read that.
Oh, dude.
100.
125.
Oh. Oh. Hey, girl. Now you're 120 feet. Now I know it's going to be behind cover.
Minimally so, but yeah, there's a little bit because of the banister.
Isn't it floating? So wouldn't it be floating above the banister?
It's floating in that 5 foot square bullshit. Like it's.
Just a question.
I'm gonna do half instead of 3/4, but yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna sling.
I'm gonna
blast.
All right. God damn.
I feel your pain, dude.
Blast.
You know I feel
just
your
feel
pain with Eldritch Blast.
So
You know-
swiggy. Alrighty, so it is not going to use its reaction to cast Shield, as you do 6 points of force damage to it.
Pew pew.
And it has to make 2 con saves. And the flaming sphere disappears.
So then that was only 10 feet of my movement. So I will basically move back. So there's 5, 10, and I'll use my object interaction. I'll close the door.
Yeah, blood and burn it, just shit all over you. All right, Knack, it's your turn.
Hey. Okay, so we are going. Can I get there?
Yep. Exactly there.
Yeah. All right. So I will open up the door. Oh, it's blown open. Forgot. Yeah.
Yep.
There is no door.
Let my magic blow open the door.
I'm gonna go. And we are surprisingly.
As he squeals like a little necromancer.
Yep. Going to cast Tasha's Mind Dip.
Ooh, fancy.
Oh, whip.
Now watch me whip.
Cool whip.
Alrighty, double checking on the range, but that should be perfectly fine with 90 feet. Oh, easy peasy lemon squeezy. However, it still does have that advantage on the savies and is able to resist it, taking only 2 points. Oh my god, why did that roll so low? 2 points of psychic damage and avoids all of the other side effects of it.
I'm gonna say move into the line of sight of the doorway and throw acid and then hop back out of line of sight. As per usual.
All right.
And I can't move anywhere else. That's it.
Yup.
I guess I would not be able to move it, right?
Yeah, no. You gotta actually move through those squares. You can't just measure through walls.
Right. So that's 25. Okay. I guess I go there. And I guess he gets covered because Knack's in front of me, right?
Yeah, but good news is you can step one more over.
Oh, there's a side. That's a double-sided door.
It's a double-sided door, baby.
Oh, what a nice door that is.
The door's kind of burning
French
on the
doors.
side, completely destroyed. Every
And that
insurance adjuster
skull.
would just be hating that person.
I can hear that skull
That's a bad one.
saying in my mind, "Draw me like one of your French doors."
Nice. Oof, that was actually a good one. I hate it, but it was kind of good. It was kind of good.
And he's gonna get. Nope, he's not gonna get shot.
Pew pew. That's a
Maybe
miss.
he'll get shot.
Pew pew.
Should
The second
get
one
shot.
hits.
Oh! Dirty 20.
Very nice.
And that's it. Ends my turn.
Alrighty. Alright, Betty is going to rush forward to save her savior and kind of just positions herself in front of you and is going to do some lobbying, you might call it, with disadvantage at that distance, however, still, and that would be a hit, but for the shield spell. So that makes it a miss. Righty, then Hoyt, it is your turn.
Well, this room's boring, so I'm gonna leave out.
But yeah.
Oh, the room that 3 random people ran into when we're fighting a flaming skull.
I'm gonna try to move
I
up.
thought y'all were cooking dinner.
I'm gonna try to move up as close to this door as I can. Which I
No,
think is
dinner's
only
up
gonna be
there.
right
You can move to right there without a dash. I think. Let me double check. I mean, I hate how they drew these doors here. Here, well, I'll just do this. 10, 15, 20. You can move up to right here. As you open up this one, man, I just get to give you guys speed descriptions of hallways. This 20-foot long, 10-foot high hallway of bare stone has an amber door at each end. As you open one of the amber doors, you see another amber door some 20 feet down the way.
And I think to myself, this place is exciting. Just fucking hallways to 2 amber doors. But does the amber doors look different than all the other doors?
Yes, they just... In fact, all of the doors here actually have amber on them.
Okay.
Seems to be a very dominant feature. Like they kind of went for a motif when they did the interior decorating. At least they stayed on it. They bought the same pack on the Sims store, you know.
Okay. I'll take the dodge action.
All right.
I want to move around like everybody else.
Good. This is good. I've never had half the party dodging at the same time. This is achievement unlocked, 100%. Pollo Frio, yes, this is Foundry VTT. It's super fun. I love it until it breaks. Sometimes it do be like that. All right, is going to have to move here and then here. That's 25, and then here for 30 feet. Is going to do the same thing with a disadvantaged lob acid throw, and that is a hard miss. That brings us to the Flame Skull, which is getting pew-pewed from 2 different directions. So what is it going to do? It is going to shoot its fire ray at Betty. Ooh, and that is going to be a hit at poor Betty as you watch her burn. She would squeal in terrified pain, but she's just a skeleton, so she just crumbles before you completely into ash. As then it is going to readjust its aim and shoot a second fire ray directly at the other one, which is going to be also a hit for another 10 points of fire damage. However, the one who shall not be named does not burn to a crisp. Not quite. As...
I will just say from a plus, because you've had a lot of skeletons die so far in this campaign, that was one of the first time those that like a good spell has been used on one of them, and it's like, you know, I don't feel bad about them dying, because that was a spell that wasn't hit on one of us.
Alrighty, Percy, it is your turn as you stop evading. Hey everyone for joining. Yes, it is a VTT for ends, but everyone is that spread. It's great. Here, I'll try to focus in.
10, 10, 20. I'm going to take my action and dash. So it'll be 5, 10, 15,
So 32 right there.
1.
And then if you want to do, you can end up here with 20, for example, or you could end up here with 25, 30 here.
Chris is trying to remember the amount of fireballs that have been cast.
A lot. One whole bunch, approximately, metric.
Look at right there. That's my plan. Yeah, right there.
Alrighty.
Given out a shit ton of bardic inspirations already. Just use my action. That is the end of my turn.
Alrighty.
Program. Get over to assist then.
Dagmar.
I think I'm following suit as Percy at this point. Yep.
Aw, shucks. I'm your leader.
10, 15, dashing, 30 feet. Anything as bonus?
She's shielding Percy.
I cast Shield Percy. Rolak, it's your turn.
Okay. There's 20 feet,
I was gonna say just scream Leroy and kick
30
that door open.
feet, and then I'm gonna dash. I'll do that so I'm not in her way. His way. In turn.
Knack. Come on, bring us home.
No!
Knack.
Man, I really don't want to do that again. I can't justify the use. I'm gonna cast Chill
No.
Touch.
Please, let's use more resources on the second battle.
That's why I said I'm not.
I know I was being sarcastic.
Oh, man.
Ooh.
Ooh. Nice rollerito. Go ahead and do that damage. All right, as that, even with a shield spell active, hits the creature for 4 points of necrotic damage, and it has disadvantage on attack rolls against you.
And shouldn't that shield spell be gone?
Yes, it should.
He's got a turn since he cast
He
it.
has had a turn.
Fair enough.
Hate nasty DM.
I'm gonna
I'm gonna
tell Master P, like, lob your stuff and then come back in here in front of me.
Alrighty. Rollerito. Did we
I
lose
think
Sal?
he
looks
actually
very,
is frozen.
He looks very
Yeah.
frozen.
Oh,
Either that or he's paused it and he's not actually there.
he was
One
having
of the
internet
two.
issues before we started. He froze up and disconnected 2 or 3 times, like
Oh,
right before
boy.
you got on. So
Alrighty.
he might be having the same internet issues.
Let me see.
And he is the next level mime.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. The furthest he could make it is like right there, and from there, just to move things along. I mean, he wouldn't
Does he have
necessarily
any
want to.
cantrip damage?
I mean, he can just do Eldritch Blast, right?
Yeah, just have him Eldritch
Oh, yeah,
Blast.
yeah. That's what he's
Just have him get clear line of sight and Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast. Alrighty, as that is going to be the first attack on Eldritch Blast.
Cap
That
is
is
so
going to be
happy you're
turned
holding it
aside
right now.
because of the shield. Second shot goes through.
He doesn't have
despite the
shield
shield
anymore.
No, he recasts it.
Oh,
At this
he's
point, he could.
recasting.
Yeah. Alrighty, the second one, however, does hit. It's going to be 8 points of force damage, and Rel at this point is going to keep himself safe as well. I just get a message from Cell. I think my internet just pooped itself. Alrighty, let's try to get as much as we can before the camera completely crashed. Hoyt, it's your turn.
You know me. I'm just gonna walk forward and see what's behind door number 3.
Oh my god.
Alright.
No. Well,
Oh.
sure. Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one.
As you look inside of this room, dominating this room is a 12-foot tall model of a dark castle with high walls on tall spires. Behind it, tucked in a corner, are some ruined furnishings and a wooden chest. You look over it, and there's no question in your minds that this appears to be a small replica of Castle Ravenloft.
How far? Do I have movement to go to the chest or no?
You do. You have 5 feet, and then you could try and dash. Sure.
There's nothing in this room, right?
Just that huge table that has that replica of Castle Ravenloft, but other than that, just destroyed furniture.
I want to magically tinker light
As your action?
As my action on to just my dangling smith's tools that I have.
As the light kind of shines out.
And I will move up 5 feet to look at the model because he's interested if I've got 5 feet.
As he hears the screams and explosions of combat.
Actually, I won't move 5 feet that way. I'll move 5 feet out the door.
No, that was already 25 feet. Because you moved 20 feet up and then 5 feet there.
Alright.
Alrighty, lob acid, disadvantage, good old stuff. That is going to be a natural 2, and then starts moving towards you. And ends its turn there. Alrighty. Flamey doesn't have a whole hell of a lot it can do. But it could do that. As another flaming sphere appears inside of the room. Alrighty. As the fiery sphere just kind of appears in that space, and then Percy, it's your turn. Or actually, hold up. One change. Single change. Bloop's right there. Chris, you're still there? Did we lose Chris too?
Yeah.
It's
No,
your
what?
turn.
I didn't hear the beep. I'm used to the.
Sorry, just said your name instead.
Oh, my bad. Bardic inspirations, blah blah blah, this and that. I can't think of anything to do because I can't see that thing. So I'm gonna take 2 steps over here. 2 steps over here.
And you see that thing kind of barely through the flaming sphere, kind of obscuring the path a little bit.
Double check the range.
Should be good.
Yep. And I will attempt not reload application.
Yeah. It's a miss.
And then I will move back to where I was and end my turn.
Alrighty, Dagmar.
Hi guys, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Yay.
Hello.
Hey.
Yay!
Had you fire Eldritch Blast and then get in cover.
Now there's a flaming sphere in the hall in the doorway.
So, move 5, 10 down, south. I don't know if you want me to do that since it's a simple one. Okay.
I got you.
Try to take a shot with him.
Alrighty.
Using my aim.
Can't. You moved. You can't study
5'10".
aim if you've moved.
That's so right. I always just think bonus action. Okay.
That's all good. But you can do
yeah,
it next turn
let's
if you
shoot.
stand there. You keep standing
Yeah, I'm not
there.
gonna stand there with that flaming sphere.
Yeah.
So we'll just take a shot. Believe it's within range where I don't have to take disadvantage.
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, hold up. I thought you had a longbow. You can step up 1 more if you want to, and then you don't have disadvantage.
And I still like 5, 10. I just don't want to use my whole 15
Oh yeah,
movement.
yeah. Actually, yeah,
Okay.
100%.
Cool.
I mean, okay. But last time, when you make a move, you make a move.
Okay. Then we can just say I move 15.
Okie
21 hit.
21 is a hit. However, no sneak attack on that, and let me double check. It is resistant against piercing damage, taking 4 points of damage instead. Makes a Constitution saving throw
these skulls.
to maintain concentration, and concentration it maintains.
Oh, okay. That's it.
All right, you could bonus action hobble back up.
Okay, I will do that one. Back to where I was.
Oh, back to where you originally were?
Yeah.
Alright.
That way I'm out of the way.
30 feet.
All right, as Roller comes dashing down.
And then, I mean, I guess I'll just dash for the sake of getting somewhat into range. So I'll dash. Can I go all the way down here? Yeah, 30 feet there. Alright, so that way I'm out of everybody's range. End turn.
Alrighty, Knack.
All right, I will. 15 here, and we will cast Chill Touch once again.
Alrighty, get it. Bring it home.
Please, dear God, bring it home.
Okay,
Okay,
we're good.
25 is a hit.
Okay,
Can't
all right.
shield that
Hey.
shit.
Okay.
Alright, we're at 4 points of necrotic damage, and it's still there. However,
God dang.
as it tries to maintain concentration, it maintains.
Great. All right. Well,
You do, however, as the kind of touches it, you see there's just like multiple cracks all across it. The fire seems to be coming out of holes on the sides. It's looking rough.
Please kill it. now.
Master P, don't step at the flaming thing. Just step over the doorway, throw something at it. Please kill it. Please, please.
Rel.
Righty, let's see. Ba, 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 ba.
As you just step
Yeah.
into the fire once more.
Sound cool like that.
You've got another 5 feet if you want it.
No, I want to stay right on top of it.
Sounds good.
And then you won't believe what I'm going to do now. If I can bring my character sheet
It's
up.
going to be Armor of Agathis.
How'd you know?
Psychic. I'm a medium. Oh, Eldritch Blast that misses. Could have guessed that one.
Hey!
But a natty 19 on an Eldritch Blast with a 27 to hit and only a measly 4 force damage is enough. As Rel, how would you like to do this?
I want to shoot her right in his mouth. And I just want to go right out the back of his head. Just blow right through.
Alrighty, as you focus on, and the flame kind of appears again, shooting outward. The thing is just about to cast more magic missiles, so they seem to come out. You just shoot it, and another explosion happens. Bling, blang, bloom explosions. As this thing disappears, the flaming fire seems to almost be consumed by your essence. As you stand there, breathing heavily. And as you stand there, suddenly from the north, coming from the face of the god, because one thing that I forgot to describe, Rolak, is there seems to be perfect blackness covering the visage of the god, like an actual magical effect. And reverberating through the halls, suddenly is a... And who are you that you defy my sanctum? And as that kind of just reverberates through the halls, that's where we're going to pick it up next week. Damn, that was one hell of a long-ass fight once more. Shit, y'all. Ooh, baby. That was nutter. That was a squeezy one. That was a real squeezy one. Like, you could give shit to the people who got very injured for hiding in that room, but on the flip side, y'all saved so many resources doing that instead of like trying to like body that stuff right in the top. It
I
might
mean, I had no spells to cast on them because they're all immune to fire. That's all I got.
exactly. It
Yeah.
might have
Feels
sped up
bad.
the
I got a
battle
few fires.
potentially, or it could have been KO for at least one of you guys, right? That was clutch. Those chill touches for the win though. Those undead reachers. That was pretty good, y'all. That was good fighting. Obviously for everyone that tuned in, thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you guys want to join us, there are a couple links that you guys can click right there. But yeah, hot damn. I'm guessing you guys are huge fans of the Ember Temple right now, right? All of you guys love
yeah.
it. Think it's like the best
Yep.
place.
We
Tourist
get
site?
cool T-shirts out of this, right?
Oh,
I
you didn't even
want more T-shirts.
you didn't even get a T-shirt after it. That's the worst part. Just some stupid crystal staff that
I'm
Knack
out.
is still
Yeah,
kind of
I'm
holding
leaving.
with like
Peace out, y'all.
shaking, burned hands, just like I have loot.
I have loot. I have warm clothes. I'm out. Peace out, y'all.
That's all you need. Oh man. All right, last thing we're gonna do, obviously, as for every week, except for the weeks that I forget, which I feel terrible about, we're gonna raid another channel really quick. That said, thank you guys for absolutely for tuning in. We stream every Sunday. Usually it is at 6:30 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. I had to push that back by half an hour this week, and 10 is usually our cutoff time. And Clancy, thank you for going a little bit long for that one. We appreciate you. All right, stay tuned for the raid. Anything else that you guys wanted to shout out before we go out?
Go to bed, Clancy.
That was it.
Have a good night, guys.
Night,
Good
Clancy.
Right.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. I'm gonna go to bed, I guess, as well.
And you definitely go to bed, Sal.
Yep.